she wants to do, all she wants to do is watch. That's why I said you would take us live, and now we are. Yeah.
Hey, Marianne.
Good morning, Leanna. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you.
We're going to have, I think, some confusion today. I'm only here for one case. I'm covering a PCC for Ben Gonick, but my guess is what they've been doing with arraignments is they've been putting us down as the MIDC attorney. So my guess is the arraignments that I did last week and on Monday are going to show me as the attorney.
Oh, okay. And it should just be Royce or whoever's going to be here today, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I apologize. I know Teresa and I have a meeting with Mariah on Friday to try to get this straightened out so that it doesn't create as much chaos for everyone. But the next couple of weeks may have some confusion because the arraignment attorneys for videos are not the attorneys that are assigned to handle the case.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Taylor at 9 o'clock, probable cause hearing.
Why would you be here for a PCC?
I'm sure it's assumed.
Could I have a breakout room with Jane though while she's on before she gets busy?
Let's see who gives this peanut.
Before she gets busy,
Ask-
what does that look like, Ms. Belcher?
That means before she starts doing your cases, Judge.
This document is huge today. I have no help.
That's okay. We're adjourning everything till next Wednesday.
We are.
That's just a joke. I'm sorry, Ms. Gillis. Go ahead in with Ms. Belcher.
You made me so happy. Listen, the court officers made me so sad today when I came in. I would almost walk back out the door. They go, "You have the homicide case at 8:30. What are you, we're waiting for you." And I'm like, you know, reckless driving causing death. I'm like, what?
Unknown caller.
No, that's a special, isn't it, next door?
Yes.
Am I not seeing any of the defense attorneys, Marianne? Are you
No.
kidding me? Except Ms. Belcher, who shows up on time.
I'm always early, Judge, always early.
I know, we appreciate it.
It's a bad habit.
Leanna, did you say you and Jane needed to go into a waiting room?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
covering the PCC
Got it.
for Ashton Brooks for Ben Gonick.
Thank you.
Okay, no attorneys are here. That's fine.
Jane, I just put you in with, oh, there.
Uh-oh. What happened to Mary Ann?
You know what? I don't see the jail anymore.
I thought they were in with Mackenzie. Nope,
I don't-
they're gone.
Yeah, I don't even see them.
Is the jail back?
Let me look in the waiting rooms. No, that makes me kind of bummed because he was so prompt this morning and he had all 3 men and and Miss Foster.
Who is Cherry Elmore?
I haven't spoken. I don't know.
No. That is the jail, isn't it? Nope, he bonded out.
Cherry Elmore, I'll
He
tell you who
posted
she is. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at who's in the clerk meeting room and they're bonded out. That's one of the 830s.
Sherry Elmore is Andrew Mackenzie's mother. And she doesn't want to speak. She just wants to listen.
That's fine. My issue is it's 8:39. I don't see any defense attorneys. Oh, Esperanza is the jail, so she just renamed the jail to the defendant.
Oh, jeez.
I'm hoping that's what it is. Could you put yourself in there and
Yeah.
make sure that it is in fact the jail? Thank you.
But you know what? If
Ma'am.
they have all 3 male defendants. If this guy is just waiting to speak to MIDC, we could, if the other, forget it. I'll go in there and see. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, but okay. So Ms. Belcher is here for Brooks. Is that the story?
That's right.
She's here for Ben Gonic's office? Okay.
Yep.
But I thought,
Crazy thing is Ashton Brooks is in a meeting room with Mackenzie. Shouldn't he be with his?
And I don't know why he should not be, well, he should be here because he'll be
Right.
the first case I call since his attorney's here.
Right, I'm gonna pop him back out. Well, that's funny. I wonder if Mackenzie can hear us because he's,
She can't.
oh, okay. Oh, because he's in Gillis's waiting room. Oh. I'm gonna get him out of there.
Thank you. Did Ricky Mitch? Oh, shoot. Good morning, Mackenzie.
Good morning, Judge.
Yeah, Mary Ann.
Mary Ann, can you make me co-host again, please?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
And since you have her,
Good morning, Fred.
And then can you make the MIDC co-host also?
They're not here yet. It's Royce.
Okay,
okay,
thank you.
Yep,
Gillis and all that too.
yep.
Okay.
For some reason, my breakout rooms are gone. I can't
What do
see
you mean
anything
they're
on the
gone?
screen.
Make sure they're up and make sure it's not just the boxes hidden somewhere on your desktop. Because we're looking at them.
I'm looking at them too. Are you looking for somebody?
Mackenzie? I'll tell you why, Mackenzie, your host. Can you make me host?
Yeah.
I'll make you co-host.
Ms. Belcher, do you need to speak to your client? Or are you ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm ready to proceed.
I know I saw him. What happened to Mr. Brooks?
If you want to put me in a breakout room, Your Honor, I can try to work with him to get his audio and video. Oh, there you go.
No,
See,
I'm still here. I'm still here. Abby,
Thank you. This is 220266 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Ashton Brooks. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Leanna Belcher, P 80177 on behalf of Ashton Brooks. I am standing in for the attorney of record, Ben Gonick. Mr. Brooks, will you please state your name and consent to me standing in, please?
Yes, my name is Ashton Brooks and I consent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this file. Ms. Belcher, Mr. Brooks also has some other outstanding matters with this court. Those would be 20WM02281 A and B. The A file is a drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. He owes the court $458.40. And as much as I see he's not in custody, Mr. Brooks needs to contact this court's collection department to make payment in that matter. The B file is a no insurance case where he owes the court $378. Again, he can set a singular payment plan to address both of these matters at the same time. Those are just for the civil infraction, the misdemeanor. For the felony case, that is scheduled for PCC this morning. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we need the discovery from Ms. Gillis. I did speak with her this morning. She thinks adjourning this matter for approximately 1 week would allow her enough time to get us this discovery so that we can review it before deciding whether or not Mr. Brooks would like to hold his preliminary examination.
That's correct. I'm texting the officer right now to get me discovered. The only thing is, there is an NDS attorney who's the co-counsel, Tyrone Bickert, and we can adjourn his next week too, but we got to keep these on track together because it really screws me up.
I understand, and that my question was going to be, should we call the Carrie Williams matter? Those are the two that should be traveling together. Am I correct?
Yes,
Correct.
Your Honor, that is correct.
Okay. I have not seen Mr. Bickert log on as of yet. But if the parties are looking for discovery and looking for a 1 week adjournment, Mary Ann, do we have space next week?
Yes, we do. We have 8:45.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I still see Williams as being housed, so we're gonna have to set it at the 8:30.
8:30 it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And if there are
That's
any
four-
issues, oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
I'm sorry. I was saying that was 4/27/2022, 8:30 a.m. back here with me in number 1. Ms. Belcher, you were saying?
If there are any issues with Mr. Bickert in a 1 week adjournment, if Marion just wants to reach out to me, I'd be happy to log back on so we can get another date.
Thank you. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, I would just ask if Marianne can put myself in the contact or in a room with Mr. Brooks. I just want to confirm contact information.
All
She'll
right.
take care of that. Thank you. And Mr. Brooks, don't forget to get online and submit a request for payment in your cases, okay?
Yes, I actually have the paperwork for the cases you just named right now in front of me. So I'm gonna start making those payments, but I'll reach out to them and let them know as well.
Thank you. Mr. Brooks, please go into the breakout room with Ms. Belcher. Have a good day, sir. Oh, it's gonna be a Monday. It's the Monday-est Wednesday ever.
Oh, yeah, more than you would know. I'm glad to see you though, Judge. It's always a pleasure to be in your courtroom.
Thank you, ma'am. I see Mr. Washington's here. That's good
Yeah.
news. And
Thank you,
Mr.
Brett.
Andrew McKenzie is here. Thank you.
I think that Abed Hamoud is outside for that one case. They were doing like a community thing. I think it's at 8:45, Amir.
Yeah,
I think, yes. We might have to go in the courtroom for that. And we have an interpreter and all that kind of stuff.
Dr. Abidi? No.
I think there's an interpreter to a regular court. It's hard to get someone for that language, to be honest, but I think there's
I
a
know.
regular interpreter
Good
too.
morning, Mr. Washington.
Good morning.
Long time no see.
You're right, exactly. Always a pleasure, though. I have Andrew McKenzie. Has he signed on?
He's here right now. His mother's
Okay.
in a breakout room. I'm bringing her back in.
Okay.
Do you need to speak to Ms. Gillis before we proceed?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry. It's not Ms. Gillis. It's Ms. Moisesian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think so. I do want to speak to Mr. McKenzie in a breakout just for a few minutes.
Mary Ann will get you moved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to tell you and Mary Ann this. Usually my clerk pulls all the cases, marks down what's mine, what's Sonia's, what's a 2-bagger, the case on the back. There was supposed to be someone else here and they sent me back the files and they didn't send me back that docket. I downloaded another docket, but I have no idea what's hers and who's mine and what's special. So don't think I'm like just out of it.
It's fine. Mr. Bicker's here now. If we can get the jail back and see if that is, if we can get Mr. Kerry Williams on deck. Good morning, Mr. Bicker.
I'll come out here. I need to talk to him.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All of them.
How are you, sir?
That's here. The attorney's here. Do you know who he is?
It's a hectic morning as usual.
I know. We'll make this quick. You're here. You looks like you have two cases left this morning. One of
I
them
have,
being
like,
Kerry Williams, the
4
other being
cases
Darius
with you.
Tucker. Well,
I have-
I'm looking at just two, sir.
I'll put them over by the
Put 'em-
attorney.
Yeah, put everybody
That's
over
another
there,
one.
except
I
maybe
can say.
the victims.
Wayne County, is that Kerry Williams by chance?
Good morning, Your Honor. No, I have a Esparza, a Lyons, and an O'Day, Jail Division 1.
Okay.
And I do have all 3 defendants.
And this is Esparza right here, right now.
Yes, ma'am. You have a Kamisha Foster at noon.
I know. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
For Esparza. Marianne, I show Ms. Belcher having done the arraignment. But do you see, I don't see assigned counsel on this case.
Is that a DV or is that mine?
This is yours. This is assault with intent to bring bodily harm less than murder.
Okay.
This is 220276.
MOSS. Okay, awesome. She has like 5 warrants from you guys.
Hello?
Yes.
Marianne,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see an assigned attorney for Mr. Esparza.
Let
You
me,
have, I don't know what's on your docket sheet.
I-
Thanks. There's nothing on the ROA I have.
Judge, I think Nancy Richards appeared and she said she was for him.
Where is she?
She was in my meeting room. I was trying to speak with her and Mr. Sparza kept getting moved around. And his name was changed, so we couldn't find him.
We'll go ahead and transfer.
He's right here with me right now.
Yeah, we're gonna move them.
Okay.
This is
We're
Mr.
gonna-
Esparza. This is the jail screen.
Okay.
Ms. Richards, good morning. Do you need to speak to Mr. Esparza?
Yes, I do.
Marianne or somebody will get you back into a breakout room with him.
Okay, thank you.
Mr.
can I
Bicker,
check? Yes.
in the 220265 FY State of Michigan versus Kerry Williams, Ms. Belcher was on with the Brooks file and requested a 1-week adjournment. Did you need to speak to Ms. Gillis before we proceeded in this matter?
No, I don't really think so. No, Your Honor. Really. Unless Ms. Gillis wants to talk to me.
I'm sorry.
I said unless Ms. Gillis wants to talk to me.
What case are you on, Mr. Bickert? Are you on that
I
Kelly?
have several. I have the Kerry Williams. And that's what I was about to ask, Your Honor. I need to check which ones of these are showing up on yours. Kerry Williams, Darius Tucker, Cass Hawkins, and Kerry Williams. I know at least one of those might be.
What, Tucker and who else?
And
You said Hawkins. I don't see a Hawkins. Good morning. That's all I see you for, Mr. Bickert, Williams and Tucker.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you knew that?
yeah. No, I didn't know it, but I knew it like 5 minutes ago.
We have the interpreter too.
Thank you.
Can we bring them home?
Yes, do they need to talk to Ms. Gillis? Ms. Gillis, do you need to talk to the SHFA file?
I'm sorry, the what file?
SHFA. Do you have that one? You have that one with the interpreter?
Yes, and that's my case. I can't remember where.
Okay, you can bring them in, but I want to get these jail people done and released before we
Okay.
get them. Just bring
They're
them
all
in.
sitting out in front of me. I wanted to talk to them briefly, and then I want to do it in the courtroom. It's just easier with the interpreter and nobody's.
Okay.
fixing-
Okay.
I'll bring them all here. They come.
No, she just said she wants to talk to them. So let me get through Mr. Washington and Mr. Bickert, and then we'll get there. Mr. Washington, are you ready with Mr. McKenzie?
Yes, Your Honor.
220260 FY, State of Michigan versus Andrew McKenzie.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Earl Washington, Neighborhood Defender Service, P31383, on behalf of Mr. McKenzie.
How you doing? Good morning, Your Honor.
State your name for me, sir, please.
Andrew McKenzie.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding, Mr. Washington?
Judge, we're going to ask for a preliminary examination.
I have a question. Is this my file or Sona's?
It's Sona's file. Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Have we seen Sona this morning? I know. It's too good to be true.
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Washington and Mr. McKenzie, sit tight for 1 second. Let's see if we
Sure.
can get a hold of Sona and get her in here.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Mr. Bickert, I was starting to say in the 220265 FY, I'm sure your client still in custody, but trying to travel these cases together. This can't be one of these days. It can't be. Good morning, Mr. Nunley.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Mr. Bickert, I was
Excuse me, Your
just
Honor.
saying that there was a 1-week adjournment in the Brooks matter. I asked you, did you need to speak to Ms. Gillis? You said not unless she needs to speak to you. I haven't seen your client yet this morning, but they're still in custody somewhere, but I didn't see a reason to delay if you're wanting the same 1-week adjournment as was in the Brooks file.
Well, I mean, I'm not requesting an adjournment, Your Honor. I'm not objecting either.
What the deal is, Mr. Bickert, is you guys, I'm sure all have paper. There is a little bit of video and I have it uploaded. I need to transfer it into my CTN and send it to you guys. So it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes when I get a chance. And then by next week, we'll have you guys together. So if you guys want an exam, we'll set a date. If you don't want an exam, we won't set a date.
That's fine with me. Your Honor, what I'm trying to do, my confusion or disorientation comes from the fact that I have numerous cases that are listed that are saying they're yours or in that court. I have Carlos Wells Cadell, which is a drug case. They're supposed to be up today. It wasn't in front of you last time. But it's from that court. I have.
Come on in.
Hello, Jane.
You said Wells Cadell, Mr. Bickert?
Correct.
I don't have that. I don't see a case with that name. Do you have the actual case number, assigned in this court?
I have to get it back to you, Your Honor. Case numbers
Okay.
from our system is the worst thing in the world. All right, let's just deal with the two that you have, Tucker and William.
if you want to touch base with us later, or if you want to put drop their names in the actual chat to Mary Ann, they can look them up.
And my problem is I'm sitting outside of a court. I have your stuff and I have another court, and I just don't, and now, I have cases that are in the wind. So I just need to just get whatever we have ready, done.
So just for your records, for Carrie Williams, the new date was 4/27/2022 at 8:30 a.m. Miss Belcher was on, and the companion file had requested the adjournment. So I wasn't suggesting that you had. I just wanted those two cases.
So I understand. I just want to make the record clear. That's all. I'm sorry.
I understand. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. And then the Tucker, I haven't.
Hello.
I was showing Tucker is still in custody. That's the only other file that I have for you, Darius Tucker.
Correct, Your Honor, but that's not accurate.
That's not
Mr.
accurate,
Tucker's
that you're Darius Tucker?
That he's in custody.
Thank you. That was my last note, but if he's out and he's here, we'll get him called and get him on his way. To the gentleman in the black tank top, your name, please.
If you lost.
They moved him, he's still here. This is not working for me.
What time for Williams, Your Honor? 9 a.m., 8:30?
8:30.
Okay.
Oh, Mary Ann, I can't.
I know for a fact, I spoke to Mr. Tucker. That's how I know for a fact that that's inaccurate.
On my docket, when it says 8:30, that means they were in custody when it was assigned. So if it changed between then and when I reviewed it a couple of days ago.
Now, there was a note in my records as well that it was showing us in custody, but that we had reason to believe that he was out of custody. So.
Oh yeah, as of 4/14, he was still in. So yep.
So I guess the better question
is this is him on this phone. And there's another unidentified person in our waiting room.
Yana, could I deal with another matter real quick and come back to you on that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Absolutely, Mr. Washington.
Yeah, did you have a Jatez O'Day on your docket?
I do.
Okay. Is that for probable cause conference?
It is.
Okay. While I'm waiting, if I can speak to Jatez O'Day.
I have not seen O'Day as of yet. We have some unidentified persons still here.
Okay.
Judge, if I can interrupt, O'Day is in the jail, and the jail is currently, Mr. Esparza is speaking with his attorney, so they're in a breakout room right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
And if we could get Mr. Kerry Williams out here.
Okay.
Is O'Day a DV case, and is it a defendant 1 or 2? Because I don't see it.
You should see it. O'Day's a home invasion, assault, and malicious destruction of building.
Right, but I'm saying I don't see my file, but is it a defendant number 2?
O'Day is Sona, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm seeing a John Thompson, but I had that listed as Judge Oakley. Is that in here? John Thompson.
John Thompson is with me at 9 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
For PCC.
And I have not.
Mr. Williams, hold on one second. Kerry Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Your case has been adjourned until next Wednesday at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Williams?
No, ma'am. Could you tell me the exact date?
next Wednesday, 4/27 at 8:30 a.m. back here in the same Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
Sir?
Okay.
Are we
Hey,
ready on
John.
Esparza?
Yes.
This is 220276FY. This is State of Michigan versus Santiago Esparza. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Nancy Richards, P68850, appearing on behalf of Mr. Esparza, who is present at the Wayne County Jail.
Mr. Esparza, please state your name for me, sir.
My name is Santiago Enrique Esparza IV. Do I need to spell that out?
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC. How are we proceeding, Ms. Richards?
Your Honor, I've received partial discovery. I've received the paper discovery. The paper discovery does reference body cam videos at the least. So I would ask that I get a discovery order for any additional discovery. I'd ask for an in-person preliminary examination. I understand sometimes the court prefers to set a probable cause conference when we don't have full discovery. But Mr. Esparza is in custody. I would ask for a quick date.
If you're asking for a live exam with incomplete discovery, please know that if you get a date right now, that's the date we're going. We won't be adjourning with you saying that you haven't received discovery. So your call.
Then, Your Honor, could I have a probable cause conference, but just for next week?
If we, Marianne, 4/27/2022, 8:30 a.m. back here at number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. Could I address bond?
Can I ask a question?
Ma'am.
Is Sona on yet? Because this case is signed by her and it is one of the DVs is his wife.
Arian is here. Ms. Fortier, are you here? I'm sorry, on Esparza?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Gillis.
Thanks.
Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, Judge, P83359.
Thank you, ma'am. And you were listening to this conversation with Ms. Richards?
About 50%, Judge.
She's looking for some body cam and asking for an adjournment. Will 1 week give you sufficient time to get that to her?
I will make a note for Sona, but she does have a note here that indicates she hasn't gotten the file yet. So I don't want to make any promises, maybe 2 weeks.
It's because the file's in my hands.
Oh, okay. Well, then 1 week should be sufficient then, Judge, if Jane has the file.
4/27/2022 at 8:30 back here at number 1. Anything else, Ms. Fortier?
I'm sorry, what time was that, Judge?
8:30 a.m., ma'am. Oh,
Your Honor, I did want to address
Ms. Richards
bond.
said she wanted to address bond. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client indicates that although he is in between jobs at the moment, he has an interview scheduled with Dearborn Sausage. So he's trying to get out to get to that interview. The complaining witness in this case is Mr. Esparza's wife. They've been married for over 7 years. They do live together. However, if the court would not allow him to return home, he could live at his parents' house in River Rouge. He and the complainant have 3 children together, but total they care for 5 children. Mr. Esparza is very involved in the lives of his children. He's a great dad. And he hasn't been in trouble in a very long time, Your Honor. I believe 2007 is the last date. So I am asking the court to consider a reduction in bond. The current bond, I believe, is $25,000, 10%. So we are asking the court to consider reducing that. As of now, Mr. Esparza is not able to make that bond.
Your response on behalf of the people?
Yes, Judge, there is a note here that there is a history of police contact between defendant and the complaining witness in this case, and that this time a file was involved, I would pass over any further argument to Ms. Gillis as she does have the file in regards to criminal history.
Okay. He is a half second. His prior felony was a larceny. And let me look at misdemeanors. I don't know why they only have half second, because looks like he might have a CCW marijuana case misdemeanor, MDP less than 200, MDP less than 200. At HIDA, RC 1000.
Respectfully, Ms. Richards, this court is going to deny your request to modify bond in any way. When Mr. Esparza was arraigned, the police department provided information that there have been 10 prior incidents between Mr. Esparza and the same complainant in the last 2 years. The court's going to deny your request. We're going to leave it as is. I will see you next Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Wayne County, you're next up, please.
Yeah, who would you like next, Your Honor? I've got Lyons or O'Day.
Mr. Bowders, do you need to speak to Mr. Lyons?
Yes, Your Honor, if I could, please.
I would like Lyons, please, and then Mr. Somebody could get Mr. Bowders and Mr. Lyons in together.
No problem. Thank you. Lyons.
This is 220260FY. This is State of Michigan versus Andrew McKenzie.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, P83359.
Good morning, Your Honor. Earl Washington, Neighborhood Defender Service, P31383, on behalf of Mr. McKenzie.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning again, Mr. McKenzie. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Judge, we are requesting a in-person preliminary examination.
This is what I have before a lot.
Mr. Washington, is discovery complete in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Competency hearing on these.
Ms. Fortier, which are you scheduling for Ms. Moisesian, or is this your schedule?
No, I am scheduling for her, and I do have a list of her unavailable dates.
Okay, we do not put these on Wednesdays because these are DVs. We can do them on any date that you're available. Mary Ann will look at our calendar. Mary Ann, did you have some of those off dates?
Well, in the perfect world, I would have, but no, I don't. I'm looking at our calendar now. So I'll wait to hear from the date, and then I'll see what's going on.
How does May 17th in the morning look to you, ma'am?
Good for the people.
Judge, I'm supposed to start a jury trial on May 16th.
Okay, let's try again. On May 23rd, what's going on?
Good for the people.
That should be good, Your Honor.
Mary Ann, I just want to double check on May 23rd, what's going on. I don't see anything scheduled. How many witnesses do you anticipate, Ms. Fortier?
Maybe two, Judge.
Mr. Washington, do you anticipate putting on any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Live exam, May 23rd, 2022. At 9 a.m. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Judge, just briefly, I have a note here from Ms. Ponsifian to ask Mr. Washington if you could please get us the contact information for the inpatient facility that Mr. McKenzie's at.
is the sobriety, now, I don't know the address. Do you have that address, Mr.?
I can get somebody over here right now to get that for you guys. Mr. Wilkins. Give me 1 second. I got you right now. Mr. Wilkins.
Mr. Bellish, was that sufficient time with Mr. Lyons?
Your Honor, I didn't get a chance to speak with Mr. Lyons. He didn't join me, but Your Honor, I need to speak with the prosecutor. This is a final pretrial. If there's no witness that appears, we can just go ahead.
Mr. McKenzie's giving that address.
Yep. Yes.
Can I have a phone number?
Yes. Area code 313-895-0500.
Thank you very much.
You need an address?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about the wait. My bad.
Thank you. Anything else? Mr. Washington.
No, I think I'm all right with Mr. McKenzie. I guess.
Thank you. Mr. McKenzie, you can log off. I'll see you on May the 23rd at 9 a.m., sir.
All right. You guys have a great day. Till then.
You
Bye.
too, sir. Thank you.
And I'll talk to you, Mr. McKenzie.
All right, for sure. Till then,
This
man.
is 2-2. Oh, yeah. Lyons isn't scheduled until 10 o'clock, Mr. Bowditch.
Your Honor, I had it on my docket as 8:30. I apologize.
I do too. Hold on. They changed it. It is 8:30. This is 220116 SM, State of Michigan versus Stephen Alexander Lyons. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Lyons.
Gillis on behalf of the people.
Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial in this matter. Is an indication that the complainant was supposed to appear. Robert Lyons.
Your Honor, I talked to the victim in this case and they no longer want to go forward, so it's okay to dismiss.
That would be my request also, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Lyons, this case is dismissed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. God bless.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe my next one's in an hour. I have an arraignment to conduct. May I leave the proceedings?
Absolutely, Mr. Bowditch. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be right back.
Your Honor, ma'am, I got J-Tez O'Day on camera 1.
Thank you. Mr. Washington, do you need to speak to Mr. O'Day?
I don't see him on the screen, Judge.
Oh. He's in a breakout room with Mr. Thompson. Thank you. Mr. O'Day, sit tight. Your attorney will be back out soon. Mr. Murray.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I am wonderful, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. Sorry about the odd angle. We've got more than one computer hooked up for Zoom proceedings this morning.
I like to see your profile. It's fine. Is your
Awesome.
client there with you or is he
Yes,
logging
he
on?
is. He's physically with me.
Okay. We have a little lull in the action so we can get this matter 220224 FY, State of Michigan versus Dennis Dewey Bowles.
And good morning, Your Honor. James W. Murray, P48047. I'm here. Mr. Bowles is physically present with me. And it's our PCC, and I can inform the court that we are going to have a preliminary exam on the matter.
Mr. Bowles, would you state your name for the court, please?
Come over here. Dennis Dewey Bowles.
Thank you, sir. Mary Ann.
June 1st at 1:30.
Looks like a winner.
Live exam, June 1st, 2022 at 1:30 in the afternoon in courtroom number 1. Anything
Got
else,
it.
Ms. Gillis? Anything else, Mr. Murray?
Satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Gillis, June 1st at 1:30 on Dennis Bowles. Thank you, Mr. Murray.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson and Ms. Gee are in the clerk waiting room. Did he need to speak to?
I'm sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's okay, ma'am.
What date was it though? Does he need discovery?
June 1st.
Oh, for exam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it. Time, please. I'm sorry.
1:30, ma'am.
Okay, I was just trying to do that. Amir Shafa case. I got it. I figure out everything that's going on.
Quandra Gee at 9:30. I see Mr. Johnson and his Ms. Gee in the clerk meeting room. Did you need to speak to Mr. Johnson? This is 220187. Why in the world are they in the clerk meeting room with who? Oh my goodness.
Johnson. 9:30, Johnson.
Gee.
Oh, Gee.
The Quandra Gee is.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to talk to Mr.
You do need to talk to him?
Just briefly, yes.
Ms. Gillis, if you go back into your meeting room, let's get him in there with you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Johnson.
Ms. Gillis, you should be able to move yourself back into your meeting room.
I know it's different today for some reason.
No, we have not, Ms. Fortier.
Thank you, Judge. I believe on the ROA it's marked as Jane's case, but it is actually a DV.
And I see the attorney is her client with her? Good morning, Ms. Joseph.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I am wonderful, ma'am. How have you been?
I've been good. I'm here on Dion Taylor. I'm wondering if he's checked in.
I don't see them anywhere. Let me double check, make sure we don't have any unidentified persons. We don't.
Okay.
Okay. Why is
Okay, I'm back on the G case. He wants me to check into a possible reduction in charges. And so if we put it out a couple weeks, I've made a note of that. And I also
Where's
need,
he?
I don't know why he didn't come back. Basil Johnson.
I see him. This is getting old.
Yeah, it is. I'm bringing him back, Judge.
They should
Thank
know by
you.
now how to get out of a breakout room. And I need to speak to Christina Joseph when I can.
Absolutely.
Just so you know, Ms. Gillis, I don't think my clients appeared.
Are they appearing?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Please, somebody get Mr. Johnson.
I'm trying, Judge.
I should just know this by now.
Go into the room and tell him to come out.
Do you want me to do that or Mary Ann?
There are other people on here. I don't understand why this is getting more complicated. This should be getting easier.
Oh, I'm just ready for all in person.
It's fine, Ms. Gillis. It's just, we have quite the docket this morning, and I just, you know that I'm preaching to the choir.
Right. Mr. Hamoud was just in here. He used to be a prosecutor for many years. He looked at it and he goes, do you want me to call Kim and see if I can be a prosecutor for deputized for a couple hours?
This is 220187FY. This is State of Michigan versus DeQuandra Gee. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, man. Please, Honorable Court, Vassal Johnson, P72130 on behalf of Ms. G. She's present on Zoom and consistently present on Zoom.
Ma'am, state your name for the record, please.
DeQuandra Sharna G.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, he would like me to look into maybe a charge reduction. I don't really know if that's possible, but I think he's gotten all the discovery. I'm going to double check for him. So if we could just put it out like 2 weeks. And then if not, I guess we'll hold an exam or set an exam.
That adjourned PCC date will be
May 4th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
May 4th, 2022 at 9 a.m. in number 2.
Correct.
With Judge Oakley. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing.
Anything else, Mr. Johnson?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. G, have a good day. You're back on May 4th with Judge Oakley.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
Ms. Gillis and Ms.
Bye-bye.
Joseph into the breakout. Thank you. I thought I saw.
Okay, Jane, can you go back into your meeting room, please?
With Christina Joseph?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Phelps, I thought I saw your client earlier. He's in a breakout room. He's in number 9. Do you need to speak to him?
Nope, we're all ready.
Do you need to speak to the prosecutor?
No.
Your Honor, this is Elizabeth Young. May I check in?
Have we seen Mr. Delaney?
No, the court should have received communication from the treatment facility where he's staying. I've spoken with him. I spoke with him this morning and I spoke with him yesterday and I spoke with him the day before and a week before that and a week before that.
220193FY, State of Michigan versus David Delaney. I thought did we see Ms. Dornick earlier? Yep, there we are. Thank you. May I have your appearances, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Dornick on behalf of the people, P79420.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Elizabeth Young appearing on behalf of David Delaney, P76842. Mr. Delaney is not able to be here today because he is an inpatient treatment facility. My understanding is that treatment facility sent paperwork directly to the court confirming that that is where he is. So for that reason, I would kindly ask that the court waive his presence for purposes of this hearing.
Thank you, Ms. Young. This court did receive that information. His presence is waived. There was a notation that you were requesting that this matter be set for exam. This court's question to you will be, is discovery complete in this matter?
I think it is. I didn't know that Ms. Dornick was on the case, so I think that she's probably in a better position to answer that question. What I have is paper discovery. I don't have any electronic, but I don't know that in this case any would exist.
I don't have any electronic discovery. I provided all the paper discovery.
Sure.
There's
You
a
know, I did
notation.
think,
Hold on. No, I'm sorry. There's a notation on the file that he hasn't been arraigned as of yet. Ms. Dornan, do you show that Mr. Delaney was previously arraigned?
Your Honor, the last PCC we just adjourned because he was at this facility. I don't know that he was arraigned. I truly have no idea.
There's 2 purple stickers on it that says please arraign, so I'm going to presume that he has not been. Ms. Young, for purposes of arraignment, what say you, ma'am?
for purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, we would waive formal reading of the warrant, stay on mute, and I would ask that the court please enter a plea of not guilty on Mr. Delaney's behalf. Your Honor, if I may, I did think better of it after I sent that email stating that I was asking for an exam date. It occurred to me that I don't actually know how long he's going to be in that treatment facility. And also, my last day at NDS is going to be on May 6th. For that reason, I'm asking that the court please set out the PCC a couple weeks out, maybe even after May 6th, so that a new attorney can take over the case and just start fresh with it and do the exam with Mr. Delaney.
Well, Ms. Young, I'm disappointed to hear that you're leaving NDS, but very happy for whatever career path you're deciding to take. There is a recommendation from law enforcement that his bond be set at 10,000, 10%, that he have no contact with the complainant in this case, and that he does not return to 6789 Country Lane.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I think I got moved to a breakout room accidentally. So I missed what the court said.
I said there is a recommendation from law enforcement that Mr. Delaney's bond be set at 10,000, 10%, that he have no contact with the complainant, and that he not return to 6789 Country Lane in Van Buren Township.
And Your Honor, I'm asking for a personal bond in this case. The offense is nonviolent. It sounds like something that might even be better suited for a civil court. I'm sure that Ms. Dornick will disagree with me, but because of the nonviolent nature of this offense, and because Mr. Delaney is currently receiving treatment, and I would hate for that to be interrupted, based on my conversation with him this morning, it sounds like he's been making good progress. And you know, whenever a person is pulled out of any kind of like drug treatment or mental health court treatment, I know that that can put them back in a worse position than they were in the first place. So I do ask that the court consider a personal bond in this case.
Ms. Dornick.
Obviously, Judge, I think it's a criminal case. I charged criminal charges, but that being said, the defendant is currently on parole. The defendant also has a significant criminal history detailed in his habitual notices. There's 2 separate ones, each indicating a separate offense. The first notice on the information is his 3rd theft notice that has several prior thefts, felony thefts, and then he has the habitual 4th as well. Your Honor, I think that 10,000 is appropriate.
And if I may just briefly rebut, so I didn't hear the prosecution state that Mr. Delaney has any assaultive history. I know that Mr. Delaney does. Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Dornick, did you have something? I just heard you speak up. I'm sorry.
No, I apologize. Thank you.
Okay. And Your Honor, I know that Mr. Delaney does not have any ability to post a 10,000, 10%. So even that, what would be a low amount to many people? People like to bring up Jeff Bezos in these conversations, right? Like he could post any bond. So no matter what he's charged with, if he has a money bond, he can be out. He's rich enough to have his freedom. If Mr. Delaney is given a bond that he has to post, he's going to be in custody, and it will be tantamount to a remand for him. So the court rules do provide that the court should consider the financial capability of the accused. And in this case, I think that's a very compelling reason, again, in conjunction with his current treatment, for the court to grant him a personal bond. And if the court has concerns, I would ask for a bond report and a full bond hearing before he is sent to the Wayne County Jail, where they don't have hot water, where they have bed bugs, where they're short-staffed, so the guards are unsafe because they don't have enough people on each floor. It makes no sense to put somebody charged with a nonviolent offense in the Wayne County Jail. He does not belong there.
Ms. Young, are you suggesting that this court did not ignore the criminal history that goes back with convictions beginning in 1989, ignore the fact that these offenses were committed this year, ignore the fact that Mr. Delaney is currently on parole, does not have a permanent place to live, and there's this letter that gives no out date, no release date for him.
I'm so sorry if there was a question that preceded what the court was saying. There was some background
My question
noise.
was, are you asking the court to ignore that Mr. Delaney has convictions that go back to 1989, that he committed this offense this year while we were in the state of affairs that would lead to a jail with no hot water and bed bugs and disease being rampant and blah, 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 blah? Are you asking the court to ignore his criminal history and ignore?
I'm asking the court to follow the court rules, which state that the court is to make a finding. Is he a danger to the community? No, he's not, because this is not an assaultive offense, and that's what the court rule cares about. And that's what we should care about. Is this a person who's going to go out into the community and commit assaultive offenses? No, he's not. And that's what we know from his criminal history. Is he a flight risk? No. He calls me every day. He is eager to defend himself in court, and he's going to come back to court. He is not a flight risk. The court is also to consider his mental health history and whether or not he's receiving treatment, which he is. So while the court states that he doesn't have a permanent address, he is in a facility, which is where he needs to be right now, because he's receiving treatment that he needs. So,
Ms. Young, I thank you for reminding the court that the court is supposed to follow the courtrooms. So thank you so very much for that. And I understand what the obligation of the court is, but when you look at somebody with this extensive of a criminal history, you're saying this particular case is a non-violent, non-assaultive offense. I'm sorry.
yes, I'm saying that I don't think that we should be locking human beings in cages for property offenses. The Wayne County Jail is an inhumane facility.
Ms.
That's
Young,
why.
do you understand? Do you hear when you won an argument?
Oh, no, I didn't. I thought the court was going to rule against me.
Based on?
The focus on my client's criminal history.
The court was asking a question. The court thanked you for reminding the court that the court has to follow the court rules and asked you, are we supposed to ignore Mr. Delaney's criminal history? I appreciate the fact that he's in treatment now, and I'll stop at that point. Bond is a matter, we said at 10,000 personal. He's to have no contact with the complainant. He's not to return to 6789 Country Lane. The information that the court has received from St. Joseph Mercy does not provide a release date. And Ms. Young, the court heard you say that you will be leaving NDS soon. So whoever your successor is, I would ask that they immediately inform the court if there is an update regarding his release. You were asking for a PCC that's beyond, that sometime later in May. Marianne will get that date for us.
May 25th at 8:45 with Judge Green.
PCC, May 25th, 2022, 8:45 a.m. and number 3 with Judge Green. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Dornick?
Nothing in this matter, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Young?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. And I'm sorry I didn't pick up on
No,
what
it's
the court
fine.
was saying.
I'm accustomed to you not listening to me. It's okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
no.
Have a good day, ma'am.
I'm still here. I've got 3 more cases with you. And Your
Not
Honor,
right
I'm
this
sorry.
second, though.
I
It's
do always
fine, Miss
listen to
Young.
the.
I have a busy morning. It's fine. It's okay.
Okay. There's a lot of background noise, but okay.
Has Mr. O'Day been in with Mr. Washington yet?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Gillis, what do you have ready, ma'am?
I have the, Taylor, Dion Taylor, Miss Joseph's case. He's not here. Let's see, what time is it? She doesn't expect him to show.
It was scheduled for 9.
So we could probably issue a KPS.
220067 FY, State of Michigan versus Dion Taylor. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christina Joseph, P79668, appearing on behalf of Dion Taylor. And Judge, it's my understanding this is a date and time set for a probable cause conference. It was scheduled for 9 a.m. My client has not appeared in the Zoom courtroom. It's my understanding he also has not appeared in person. And unfortunately, I am not sure of his whereabouts at this time.
Matter was scheduled at 9 o'clock, is now 9:43 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear for this PCC. Underlying allegation being carrying concealed weapons. I'm sorry. Bench warrant will issue 5,000, 10%. Ms. Joseph, if Mr. Taylor presents himself to the court, or review the matter for recall of the warrant. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Joseph?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'm sending everybody on that, Amir.
There's 2 of them in, there's 2 people in here already.
There's 2 more people coming in here and
thank you.
We're ready on it.
Ms. Fortier, do you have anything ready while Ms. Gillis is making her transition into the courtroom?
Okay, here I come.
What happened to Mr. Washington?
He is in a breakout room with one of his clients and Wayne County.
Yeah, I took us out because there was another defendant talking to Mr. Washington and it wasn't confidential for O'Day. So I told Mr. Washington, we'll go leave the breakout room. So when he's done, then you can put us with Mr. Washington.
Is the person in with Mr. Washington in custody, Marianne?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mhm.
This is 220155FY. This is State of Michigan versus Amir Spa.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Dealer's choice, if you want to be at the table for now. Good to see you.
This is an FA case between 2 roommates, and we did a kind of unusual approach to all of this. I have the victim standing to the left of me. We talked with interpreters. I have do you have a copy of this? Or do you have an extra copy of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has one.
Okay, so what happened basically is they're from Ethiopia, they had elders in the community meet, and they talked with the two guys about forgiving and nonviolence and things like that, and the whole letter explains it. It was kind of a way they do things in their culture, and we thought it's an unusual approach. We're kind of doing this a little bit in some cases with church leaders and different community cultures in our county, and the victim's here, spoken with him through an attorney. He doesn't want to go forward. He's forgiven him, and he just, wants the court to stress that this cannot happen again because he will not get a second break. This is it.
And that letter is the summary of what the community elders negotiated between the defendant and the victim in this case?
Yes.
Okay,
Your Honor, if I may,
absolutely.
yeah, this is a process. I can't pronounce it in Ethiopian, Shlingla or something like that. Chimagila. It's a very common process. It's not made just for this case. And they do it especially in cases like this where there's no injury and they think people can reconcile. So there's a group of people already in place for this. They have kind of a village in the city. I was very impressed to learn about all of this, that they solve the conflicts within their own community, which is an awesome concept. So these people meet not just for this, they met for this purpose. And then we asked them, because the court is involved, they usually don't do that, to prepare the summary they prepared in their original language, which is, I believe, Amharic. And then they provided translation for myself and Ms. Gillis in the court.
Thank you. Mr. Beebe?
Yes.
You were able to participate in this process?
Yeah.
And you're satisfied with the outcome?
Sorry?
You're satisfied with the outcome?
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay? Okay,
He's hurting me, but it's okay.
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 Okay,
He really, when we talked to the interpreter, and the interpreter right here stresses that this is it. He's not gonna get another break. We're just gonna go through our system. He could be jailed, put on probation, whatever. This is it. This is a one-time break, and he's participating, and that's it. And he will not get a break the second time. It's what he wanted to stress.
okay.
And Your Honor, they used to be roommates, they're no longer roommates.
Thank you.
Thank you. Most people break.
Could I get?
Court is in receipt of the summary of reconciliation meeting conducted by the community, AKA Smagna session, SHIMGLNA. Schmagna. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The court, having reviewed the agreement that's signed by members of the community, by the defendant, and by the complainant in this case, the court accepts the resolution that the parties reached. And Ms. Gillis, is it your understanding that the criminal charges are herein dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on the agreement reached by the parties through their community elders, the court will hereby dismiss the case pending in this court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I wish you both well and have a good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, Kim and Worthy is trying to do, she's got together some people from churches, mostly in the Detroit area, where she's trying to do this on the first time offenders to do things so they work out better in the community.
I appreciate it. It's a very thorough, the letter was very thorough.
Yes, yeah, they were very nice to help us with it, especially that you would be recording it here.
Understood. Thank you. You too, sir. Thank you. I see Buckles. I see. No, come on. Good morning. I'm trying.
We're on check, we're ready, so not for anything in here.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I saw that late in the day. Thank you. Bud Bryant.
Ready.
Nice seeing you.
This is 210616 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Bud Bryant. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Natalie Phelps, P83355, appearing on behalf of Mr. Bryant, who's also present via Zoom. Mr. Bryant, can you please state your name for the record?
Bud Bryant.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are you proceeding, Ms. Phelps?
Your Honor, we're ready to set this case for a preliminary exam.
Mary Ann, that live exam date will be
June 1st at 2:30.
Unfortunately,
June 1st.
I will be out of town on June 1st. Is it possible to do it after?
June 8th at 12:30.
And unfortunately, I have a pretty long prelim at noon in the 36th District Court on that day.
July 13th at noon.
Hang on one second, let my calendar load. Okay, June 13th at noon. Thank you.
Wait, July 13th.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. July 13th. Yep.
And you said at noon?
Live exam, July 13th, 2022 at 12 p.m. in number 1. Discovery's complete, ma'am?
Yes, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Phelps?
Nothing, Judge. Thank you. We'll see you on July 13th.
Mr. Bryant, thank you for your patience this morning. I'll see you in July, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too.
Your Honor, could I go into a breakout room with Miss Gillis?
Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Fortier is still here. Ms.
Bud, you can sign
Washington,
off.
did you
Okay, we'll
speak to-
talk.
Okay.
Did you speak to Mr. O'Day?
Not yet, Your Honor. I was speaking with Mr. Thompson. I do need to speak with Mr. O'Day. And Mr. Thompson.
Are you ready with Mr. Thompson?
Yes, we're going to waive on Mr. Thompson.
Let's get Mr. Thompson up.
Wait, is that my case or should I go in a breakout room?
Do you object to it is your case, Ms. Gillis. Do you object to a waiver?
No, I'm just, no, I do not object to a waiver and I'll go into a breakout room.
Thank you. Let's get Mr. Thompson out here and we'll take care of that.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Thank you. This is 220205 FD, State of Michigan versus John Clifford Warren Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
State your name for me, sir.
John Clifford Warren Thompson.
Thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor.
Thompson. Go ahead, Mr. Washington. My apologies.
Oh, my apologies. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Thompson, advise him that he does have a right to have a preliminary examination. After being so advised, he wishes to waive holding that.
Mr. Thompson, you were able to hear Mr. Washington just now?
I was, Your Honor, and I do wish to waive my preliminary exam.
You've had sufficient time to talk to him about your rights in this matter?
I have, Your Honor, and feel satisfied with my advisement by Mr. Washington.
And sir, just so we're clear, you understand you have a right to a preliminary examination where the prosecutor would have to show that both a crime had been committed and that probable cause existed to believe that you were involved in the commission of that crime.
I do, Your Honor.
And sir, you've indicated you wish to waive your right to have that exam?
I do, Your Honor.
And sir, you do so freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to waive your right to this exam?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Washington, inasmuch as you and Mr. Thompson appear by Zoom, there is not a signed waiver in the court's file. Would you give the court permission to sign your name to the waiver
Yes, Your Honor.
and sign on behalf of your client, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no objection. You're signing on behalf.
Thank you. And before the prosecutor left the courtroom, she indicated that she has no objection to the waiver being entered in this matter. The court will sign on your behalf and on behalf of your client. The next step in these proceedings will be an arraignment on the information on May the 4th, 2022 at 9 a.m. at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. Mr. Thompson, excuse me. Mr. Thompson will be bound over as previously charged. His previously entered bond with all conditions is continued. Mr. Washington, anything else on behalf of your client?
Nothing further, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Thompson. I do need to speak with Mr. O'Day.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson, you may log off now. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your
And we'll
Honor.
get Mr. Washington in with Mr. O'Day.
Judge, excuse me, sorry. I do have an in-person hearing that they're ready to call it. So I need to step away for a minute. My next case is the case that Mr. Washington is going into the breakout room for.
Understood. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, if I may ask a quick question, I was just put into a breakout room with Mr. Gary Buckles, who's here for a felony charge. So I don't know if I was just put in there by mistake.
It must have been by mistake. You wouldn't be going in on a felony
Yeah,
case,
so he's
correct?
sitting in that breakout room now and nobody else is in there. I told him I would click out and try to, get the right person in there for him.
I appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you this bright, sunny, cold April morning?
I am wonderful, sir. Ms. Gillis is in the breakout room. Did you need to speak to her or had you already spoken to her about Ms. Brown?
We haven't spoken, Your Honor. We're asking for we're going to demand the exam.
When she comes out, I'll get Ms. Brown called and get you on your way, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. O'Day should be in the breakout room, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And I'm waiting to get in the breakout room.
If you can both go back into breakout room 11, the jail and Mr. Washington.
Your Honor, can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
You mentioned we're waiting on APA Gillis. We need her permission to hold an exam?
No, but my question to you would be, is discovery complete?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. As far as I know, I did put a request in and I received a ton of discovery. So I will say I have what they have sent to me at this point, which includes videos and statements.
And then I'll call your case 220253FY, State of Michigan versus Kiana Renee Brown. May I have your appearance, please?
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Terry Johnson, P70773, on behalf of Ms. Kiana Brown, who is present via Zoom this morning.
Ma'am, would you state your name for me, please?
Kiana Brown.
Thank you. That live exam date will be
June 1st at 2:30.
2:30 in the afternoon. Thank you.
June 1st, 2022 at 2:30 p.m. in courtroom number 1. Anything else, Mr. Johnson?
No, will that be your courtroom, Your Honor?
It is my courtroom, sir.
Great. We look forward to seeing you on June 1st.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. I'll see you on June 1st. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Ms. Gillis,
Yes.
Kiana Brown, Mr. Johnson demanded exam. That will be June 1st at 2:30 PM. This is a 945 case 220253. Exam date, June 1st at 2:30.
Kiana Johnson?
Kiana Brown, the attorney is Terry Johnson.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Bowditch, are you back on read?
Yes, I just need to tell Mr. Reed what we're doing, Your Honor, but we're going to adjourn this for a final pretrial. He's in my breakout room. And
If you're ready for the case to be called, he should not be in your breakout room. We should have had him come out with you. Let's see if we can get him out here.
I'm pulling them out.
Oh.
Mr. Reed, this is 22RP00662ST, State of Michigan versus Reed. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of Mr. Reed.
Shane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Mr. Reed, could you tell your judge your name?
Tynell Reed.
Thank you.
Thank
Your Honor,
you. Today's the day and time
set
set for the pretrial in this matter. Sorry, go ahead, Mr. Bowditch.
It is a time and date for pretrial, Your Honor. We want to set this for final pretrial. We can't seem to get the driving record. So we're going to set this for a final pretrial. And Mr. Reed, if you could go to the Secretary of State, get a copy of your own record, that might resolve this the next time we're together.
Okay, I have my driver's license. You can't look up my driver's license from if you see my license.
No. There'll be something in your driving record which we haven't seen a copy of yet.
Okay, I looked my driver's record up the other day and it said everything was valid when I looked it up on the Secretary of State.
All right, should be a way to get a copy. We'll get a date.
I can actually go in there and look it up and then like screenshot it and like email it in if I could do that.
Yeah, or tell Mr. Bowditch how you looked it up and he can look it up and email it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Final pretrial date is
April 27th at 8:45.
April 27th at 8:45 a.m.
Okay, so April 27th at 8:45.
Can I ask
Back
one
here with
question?
me at number 1.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, Jeff, I can ask you a question. Do you remember if your officer was a regular police officer or MSP? It doesn't matter.
I think it was a regular.
Police.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I don't know why I'd have that case then.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing. Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Reed, you can log off, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
My last case, Your Honor, is Mr. Travis.
Mr. Travis?
Travis. I'm not sure he's logged in yet. Christopher Travis.
Christopher Allen Travis. It's not scheduled until 10:15. Gary Buckles. Did we not figure out who his attorney was? This is 220267 FY. This is State of Michigan versus O'Day. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane
Oh,
Gillis.
I'm sorry. No, it's Miss Fortier's case, and I know she had to step away
I'm sorry.
for another case. Mr. Washington, what was going to be the intention here?
Well, I didn't see where the discovery came in, and my computer went down, so I don't know exactly whether it went in today, yesterday or not. But I would ask this matter to be put over so I can get discovery.
Mr. Washington, again, Ms. Fortier had to step away for another case. The court will make an indication in the file that you are requesting discovery and that we will be adjourning this matter. Mr. O'Day, would you state your name for the record, sir?
Jatez O'Day.
Thank you. And we'll put this matter over for maybe 2 weeks, Marianne.
May 4th at 10. Wait, it will be at 8:30.
May 4th at 8:30.
Judge Oakley.
In courtroom number 2 with Judge Oakley. And when Ms. Fortier returns, Mr. Washington will renew that request to her for discovery.
Okay, all right.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. O'Day?
Well, Judge, I was going to make a request for a bond reduction. So.
So, Mr. Washington, do you want to stay around with Mr. O'Day until Ms. Fortier returns?
Yes, I can do that.
We're still waiting for Darius Tucker. I hear you, Mr. Washington. I'll hold on to Mr. O'Day's file, but we were looking for a Darius Tucker who.
And excuse me, Your Honor. I spoke to Mr. Tucker. He had indicated that he was on under the name iPhone. But that was at least 10 minutes ago. So I can't speak as to right this minute. But just prior
I'm looking, I don't see any unidentified persons. I don't see anybody under the name iPhone. I'm looking to see if we have a Tucker.
I'll make an additional call, Your Honor.
Thank you. And as soon as I see you pop back, I'll get the case called.
Fair enough, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Interpreter.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How can I help you this morning?
You were Garcia Martinez at 10 o'clock.
That is correct, ma'am.
I have not yet seen that person.
The clerk pointed out to me that he was on a waiting room for the prosecutor's office.
Hold on a second. Yes, Your
Honor,
I would indicate he was here. He was in the waiting room when I was with the clerk.
The clerk pointed out that Garcia Martinez is in a waiting room.
That is what I was told, ma'am. Yes. He was in a waiting room with the attorney.
Judge, I see that he is in Ms. Gillis's waiting room.
Thank you.
Do you want me to move him and the interpreter somewhere with Ms. Gillis?
I don't know why they're in the waiting room. So I can't say what needs to happen next. I don't know why somebody has moved them into that room.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he MIDC? Do you want me to pull him out here? I'm sorry, it's not, I don't know why he's in skills, it's because it's a misdemeanor. I'm pulling him out.
No, well,
No,
Yes, good morning. This is Earl Washington calling. I have a Terry
Washington?
Alexander.
thank you.
Yes.
You were making a call, and we were listening to you. I just didn't want to.
Oh, okay.
say
I didn't know I had
something.
that. I should have had that on mute. Okay.
Hold on, let's stop for 1 second. Mr. Buckles, who is in our courthouse downstairs, did we figure out who the attorney is for Mr. Buckles?
no, there is not anyone assigned to him, Judge.
Ms. Dornick,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you able to shed any light? Have you been in communication with any attorney for Mr. Buckles?
So I was given this file. My understanding is I don't think that anybody's requested discovery, and the only thing I have is the ROA, which says maybe that NDS's phone number was given to Mr. Buckles' father, who is his guardian. So I
Mr.
assumed
Buckles.
NDS, but
Mr. Buckles, have you been in communication with an attorney, sir? Who's in the probation waiting area with Mr. Buckles?
Your Honor, I might be able to help. If I can get his first name, I can look up to see if an NDS attorney was assigned to him.
Gary, Gary.
Okay. Buckles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, I can reach out to the attorney who he is assigned to.
Who is the attorney?
It looks like Nancy Richards.
Ms. Richards is here. She's in I'm bringing her in right now.
Okay.
Mr. Bickert, I don't see Mr. Tucker unless somebody grabbed him and moved him somewhere.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm working on it.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Richards,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you representing Mr. Buckles?
I am.
Do you need to speak to the prosecutor?
I do. I also need to speak to Mr. Buckles, but if I could speak to the prosecutor first.
It says Danielle Seamus. That cannot be correct, is it?
Looks like it's Miss Dornick.
right, Danielle Seamus signed it. That's about it.
Oh, for the love of mankind. So Ms. Richards and Ms. Dornick into a breakout room. Thank you, Ms. Kirkland, for your assistance. Ms. Kirkland, what do you have? Uh-oh.
Jane, it looks like there are attorneys in your waiting room.
Oh, do you want me to go talk to him?
Yeah, it looks like you have at least 7 people in there.
Oh, I'm missing the party. Okay.
Did Mr. Garcia Martinez, was he looking to speak to MIDC?
That I don't know, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Kearney.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
I am wonderful. How have you been?
Doing good. I found out I'm in the wrong spot. I thought you were covering, or I thought you were handling my matter this morning. You're not.
Thought I was handling.
One of my matters, Judge Oakley is also apparently holding court next door. I have not seen visual evidence of this yet.
Okay,
So I'm gonna go wait in his waiting room.
thank you.
Yep, have a good
This
day.
is 2. She's not here anyway. Let me stop. This is just out of control now.
Judge, do you want me to put Mr. Garcia, the interpreter, in with Mr. Nunley?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yep.
Mr. Bickert, he might be in the wrong waiting room if he's not in custody. There's no one identified that way. There's no unidentified persons. Are we ready on Buckles?
Judge, could I have a breakout room with Mr. Buckles?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Your Honor, he sent me a screenshot that says he's in your personal meeting room, waiting room.
He might be on a different device.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
see anybody. Mhm.
Mr. Garcia, how am I going to get him in? He needs to go into a breakout room. And I don't know if he understands.
Okay.
Ms. Fortier, he can wait 1 second. Ms. Fortier, Mr. Washington wanted to address a bond modification in 220267 FY.
How do we reach?
Mr. Washington, your argument for O'Day's bond reduction.
Yes, Your Honor. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Your Honor, we would respectfully ask for a bond reduction, if possible, a personal bond. Mr. Mr. O'Day is, I think the bond is currently 10,000.
No, no, it's
Mr.
15. It's 15.
I'm sorry, 15,000. I had that wrong. Mr. O'Day works at Kroger's. If let out, he would live with his mother. I understand he helps his mother with the bills, and he's amenable to a tether. I'm not aware of a capious history. So preferably we would ask for a personal bond. But Mr. O'Day indicates that he may be able to make $1,000. So we would just respectfully ask the court to reduce the bond.
Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, Judge P83359. Judge, this is a case where the defendant and the complaining witness are familiar with each other. It's alleged that the defendant broke into the complaining witness's home. It's an aggravated domestic violence, which means that, you know, it was more serious than just a 93-day, you know, regular domestic violence. I think that the bond is appropriate where it's at. I don't have the file as it was just, this was just issued, so I'm not 100% sure about criminal history. I will note that Mr. O'Day is not charged as a habitual, and he's not charged as any sort of second offense in regards to the domestic violence. I would ask if Your Honor is inclined to lower the bond, that a GPS tether be attached.
And he's amenable to a GPS tether.
Mr. Green is demanding his exam.
Mr. Washington, the court will grant your request to modify the bond to 15,000 personal. Mr. O'Day is not to be released without a GPS tether. Ms. Fortier, in your absence, Mr. Washington is, oh no, you were here, requesting discovery. We're adjourning the PCC to May the 4th at 8:30 a.m. and number 2 with Judge Oakley.
Sorry, what time was that, Judge?
8:30 with Judge Oakley. Mr. O'Day, what is your question, sir?
I was trying to get like 10,000.
Mr. O'Day, is 15,000 personal,
It's a personal bond.
not to be released without GPS tether.
Okay, thank you.
If you want me to make it 10,000, 10%, no? 15,000 personal, sir. GPS tether.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Washington?
So that's May the 4th at 8:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I get a contact? Can I get a contact number from Mr. O'Day?
Yes. It's 313-693-0543.
313-693?
Yes. 0543.
0543. Okay, thank you. All right, we're all set. All right.
Mr. Washington, I'll see you in Judge Edwards' courtroom.
Okay.
Mr.
All right.
Garcia Martinez.
Señor García Martínez.
Sí, buenos días.
Have you been into the breakout room with the attorney?
No, Your Honor, what happens is that apparently he did not understand how to get to a breakout room. So they brought the interpreter back in the main session to explain to him how to access the breakout room.
So somebody's going to explain it right now?
As we speak, ma'am, yes.
Would you
However,
explain it right now? Mary Ann, I'm stepping off while this happens. Thank you.
Señor Martínez García.
Sí.
Necesito que lo que están tratando de hacer es de colocarlo en una sesión separada con el abogado y el intérprete. Entonces, cuando aparezca una señal, un cuadrito en la parte inferior de su pantalla o en la parte superior de su pantalla que está en color azul, en donde dice Leave Breakout Room o Leave to Breakout Room, usted tiene que presionar ese botón. Asegúrese de presionar solamente ese botón, porque si presiona el botón equivocado, se va completamente de la sesión y se va del sistema de la corte. Entonces usted tiene que presionar el botón que indique que usted se va a transferir a una sesión separada. ¿Sí entiende lo que el intérprete le está diciendo?
Sí.
Usted puede en algún momento tocar su pantalla a ver si aparece alguno de esos. Madam Clerk, if you can please initiate the process. He is understanding the instructions and I hope he will be able to transfer himself to the breakout session.
Okay, I did send an invitation. See if he can join the breakout room now, and you can go back into the breakout room that you were in.
I do not know how to do that, ma'am. I need to have an invitation as well. Señor García Martínez, ella dice que le acaba de enviar una invitación para que usted pueda entrar a esta sesión separada. ¿Usted ve en su pantalla alguna indicación de que usted puede presionar algún botón para poder salirse de esta reunión y entrar a la otra sesión separada?
Está una opción donde dice salas de grupo reducido.
Salas de grupo reducido. Presione ese botón, por favor.
Ok.
I believe he is already out. However, the interpreter is not.
He is, thank you.
But the interpreter sits here still. I have not been able to, I have not received any requests.
What is going on?
I'm moving them around, Judge. I'm trying to.
Thank you.
Oh, 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 no.
Mr. Bickert,
Yes, Your Honor.
what's going on with Mr. Tucker?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we're both in here, right?
Mr. Tucker? Darius Tucker.
Last I heard, he was in a breakout room with me, which wasn't accurate.
I'm looking. I'm looking in our breakout room.
I found him. I'm pulling him out.
Where is he?
He was in 10.
Why? Oh, jeez.
Oh, we just want a date here.
There we go.
Mr. Tucker, take your cap off. This is 220167 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Darius Tucker.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and we don't have Miss Gillis.
It's one of those days.
No, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's too early, Judge.
Sit tight,
Yeah.
Mr. Tucker. Don't go anywhere, sir. We'll.
Please. Oh, there we go.
I'm leaving, Marietta, I'm leaving Garcia, Martinez, and Tucker on deck. Whoever's ready first will
I
get
see
to-
Miss
Oh,
Gillis,
Miss
Your
Gillis is
Honor.
back. Wonderful. On Darius Tucker from our 8:30 docket. Your appearances, please.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
May it please the court, Your Honor, Tyrone Baker appearing on behalf of Mr. Darius Tucker, who's
Tucker, state
present
your name
business.
for the record, sir.
I'm sorry. Say your name,
State your
Darius.
name.
Mr. Tucker, turn on your camera and state your name for the record.
Mr. Bickert, I don't know what happened.
I don't either, Your Honor, but I've been there on
But
both sides.
I know, sit tight. I see Miss Gillis is back.
Yeah, I couldn't get that Ricky Mitchell to get out though. He can't figure it out. Well, while we're just sitting here, there was a guy on a assault and battery, a Devontae Powell. He needs to talk to attorney. I know he said no, but he wants a trial, so.
Hey, Jane, is Jose Garcia's Martinez your case?
Possibly.
Royce, he just joined your meeting room. He was lost and now he's
Okay.
back and he's in there now.
Okay, I was just thinking maybe I could talk to the prosecutor first to see if there was some sort of offer before I jump in there.
What time is it at? I don't see it. Oh, I see it.
10 a.m.
He can do an allowing unlicensed.
Okay. All right, I'll go back into the breakout room.
Miss New.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. I saw your client, Mr. Brahau.
I saw him too, but now I don't.
No, and I was trying to get you as soon as I saw you.
Can I just say something, one thing to Miss Richards, who's taking over the Mohammed case for Elizabeth Young?
It hasn't been assigned to anyone yet.
I got a USB drive for her. I don't want to give it to her if she's leaving.
Well, she'll get it to You can give it to me and I can get it to whoever gets assigned that case.
Are you coming today? Someone coming today?
I'm not going to be there today, but I believe, actually, I think Ms. New will be there.
Yes, I'll be there today, around 11:30 noon.
This is 220204 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Jonathan Brahau. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Neighborhood Defender Service by Emily New on behalf of Jonathan Brohow, P85234.
Sir, state your name for the record, please. Your audio is connected, but I can't hear you, sir. Would you speak up, please?
Me? Sorry.
Yes, sir. Mr.
Brandon
Brahau.
Cole? Oh, no. Wrong one. I apologize. No, sorry, Your Honor.
Mr. Brahau with the cap on. Take your cap off and state your name, sir.
My name is Jonathan Broha. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now, sir. This matter was scheduled for a live exam at 11:30 this morning. Ms. New, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Brohow wishes to waive the preliminary exam and have the matter bound over.
Mr. Brahau, you were able to hear your attorney just now?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you understand you have an absolute right to have a preliminary examination in this matter where the prosecutor would have to prove that both a crime had been committed and probable cause exists to believe that you're involved in the commission of that crime.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
And sir, knowing this, you still wish to waive your right to have this examination?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're doing this freely and voluntarily? You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything?
No, ma'am.
Does the prosecution have any objection to the waiver?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. New, inasmuch as you and Mr. Brahau appear by Zoom, there is not a signed waiver in the file. Do you have any objection to the court signing the waiver on behalf of both yourself and your client?
No, Your Honor, I have no objection.
Court will sign the waiver. Mr. Brahau, the next step in these proceedings is that your case will be bound over to circuit court for arraignment on the information. That will be on May the 4th, 2022 at 9:00 a.m. at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice. Your previously entered bond with any conditions will continue. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are all set. Sir, have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Ms. Richards, were you ready with Mr. Buckles?
Ms. Gillis?
Yes, I am ready with Mr. Buckles, and I also have Ms. Brooks, who's also on the Zoom. Mr. Buckles, I don't believe came out of the breakout room. I'm not certain if he knows how to do that.
And Judge, I'm back on
He's
Coke and
his way
Parks.
out right now. This is 220277 FY, State of Michigan versus Gary Michael Buckles. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Dornick appearing on behalf of the people, P79420.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Nancy Richards, P68850, appearing on behalf of Mr. Buckles, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Buckles, could you state your name?
Gary Michael Buckles.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. Ms. Richards, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I'm asking for an adjourned PCC date. I believe Ms. Dornick just sent me some additional discovery. She also made an offer. There's some other issues that I need to address before we make a decision about the offer or preliminary exam.
How long of an adjournment, ma'am?
Your Honor, I'd ask for 2 weeks.
2 weeks puts us on May 4th, 2022 with
At
Judge Oakley.
10
At what time, Marion?
10:15.
That's fine for the defense.
No problem.
May 4th at 10:15 in courtroom number 2. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Judge, I will see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Buckles, you're all set back in court on May 4th. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Tucker,
Yes, can you hear me?
22, yes, sir, 220167 FY State of Michigan versus Darius Tucker.
May it
Jane
please
Gillis on
court-
behalf of the people.
Sorry about that, Ms. Gills. May it please court, Your Honor, Tyrone Baker appearing on behalf of Mr. Darius Tucker, who's present via Zoom, Your Honor. Good morning.
Morning, today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would respectfully request and examine this matter.
Live exam on what date, Mary Ann?
June 8th at 12:30.
That'd be fine.
Discovery complete?
Actually, I'm sorry, Your Honor, can I double check that? I'm sorry, I need to double check that.
Yes, sir.
Because that's fine, June 8th.
June 8th at 12:30 and discovery is complete?
And I have paper. So I would make a request for any digital discovery.
Would you be ready to proceed on June 8th regardless of the digital, sir?
I would assume so. If that's not the case, I will bring it up in May.
You
No.
can
Not
call
June.
me if that's
Not
not the
June.
case, but typically there's not really good relevant video. People don't try to AWIM people in front of other people or cameras.
June 8th at
Fair
12:30.
enough.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. Tucker, have a good day, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Ricky Mitchell.
I'm here.
This is 22L 5521110 A, B, and C. These are Wayne County Sheriffs versus Ricky Mitchell.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Mr. Mitchell, state your name for the record, sir.
Ricky Darnell Mitchell Jr.
Your Honor, I talked to Mr. Mitchell and I talked to Corporal Armstrong, who's on this case, and we do have an offer for him, but he needs to clear up some tickets first, or else we can't make that offer. He needs to clear up some tickets. He needs to get himself a valid license plate and insurance. I suggest coming back when you're next on, like maybe June 8th, and see if we can, if he has done that by then, we're gonna make him a very generous offer. If not, you know, he's gonna have to plead or go to trial. Get himself
Mr. Mitchell,
attorney.
today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pre-trial, sir. Were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I guess. Yeah, yes.
Yes, you guess.
Yeah, I mean, because I plan on paying these tickets off, so I won't even need a lawyer.
Mr. Mitchell? Nope.
Can you-
As soon as you said yes, we're gonna put you in with our court-appointed attorney in just one moment, okay? Sit tight. I'm not sure why that hadn't happened already. Sit tight. Mr. Nunley has one case ahead of yours.
I don't. Hey, excuse me,
As
man.
for-
Can I not get the lawyer? My goal is to have these tickets paid off before I go back to court, so I won't even need to even have nobody represent me.
Mr. Mitchell, there is a singular case I'm gonna call before you speak to Mr. Nunley. If you wish to waive your right to use the court-appointed attorney, that's on you. I just don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you're gonna wait a long time. I have a singular case.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm sorry. I just got
Don't
to work.
worry.
I
Don't be
ain't been-
sorry, Mr. Mitchell. I understand. You were scheduled at 9 o'clock. I thought you would have already been in with Mr. Nunley. This is 2S40136688AST, State of Michigan versus Jose Garcia Martinez.
Buenos días, este es el número de caso. Este es el número de caso S2S40136668, el estado de Michigan versus el señor José García Martínez.
Roy Stanley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
El señor Newley se encuentra representando al demandado.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people. Can you tell me what? Oh, I found it. Okay. And Your Honor,
Madam
Jane Gillis.
Interpreter, I'm sorry, Madam Interpreter, do you swear or affirm that you will translate English into Spanish and Spanish into English?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you.
My name is Ines Ucros, I-N-E-S, Ucros, U-C-R-O-S, so it's established on the record.
Thank you. This is an arraignment pre-trial. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding with the arraignment?
Bueno, esto es una audiencia para presentar cargos. Señor Newland, ¿usted cómo está procediendo con estos cargos?
For purposes of the arraignment, we waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Por propósitos de la lectura de los cargos, nosotros nos vamos a permanecer callados y evitamos la lectura de los cargos.
Is there a resolution in this matter?
¿Hay una solución en este asunto?
Yes, there is. After speaking with my client, he wishes to avail himself of the offer made by the prosecutor of pleading guilty to the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in exchange for dismissal of the original charge.
Sí, su señoría, hemos llegado a la conclusión de que el señor Martínez desea aceptar lo que está ofreciendo la fiscalía y reducir a un cargo menor de manejar, pedirle a otra persona que no tenga licencia de conducción que sea el que opere el vehículo automotor y también retirar el otro cargo.
There is a question that he had.
Hay una pregunta que él tenía.
Do you see in the court's file, Judge, also a ticket that went along with it, a speeding ticket?
Su señoría, ¿usted ve en este archivo que tiene la corte alguna otra multa por conducir a alta velocidad?
There was at one point.
Esto estaba en un momento, en algún momento.
I don't know what happened to it.
No sé qué ocurrió con él.
Oh, it went into default when he failed to appear.
Esto se fue retirado por falta de comparecencia.
There was for $200 on that speeding ticket.
Hay $200 en esta multa por conducir a alta velocidad.
Is there any way to revisit that issue or?
¿Hay alguna manera de que podamos volver a hablar de este asunto?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, señor.
Okay.
Bueno.
Mr. Garcia Martinez.
Señor García Martínez.
Raise your right hand.
Levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Usted jura y afirma que el testimonio en este asunto que usted va a dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
You've had the chance to discuss this case with the attorney regarding your rights and the offer from the prosecutor.
Usted tuvo la oportunidad de hablar con su abogado sobre la oferta que le está planteando la fiscalía y sobre sus derechos en este asunto.
Sí.
Yes.
And you wish to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Y usted desea declararse culpable por permitirle a una persona que no tenía licencia de conducción el conducir el vehículo.
Sí.
Yes.
If the court accepts your plea, you won't have a trial in this matter.
Si la corte acepta su declaración, usted no va a tener un juicio en este asunto.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Y entonces usted se está declarando culpable porque efectivamente usted es culpable.
Sí.
Yes.
Is it true that on February 4th, 2022, in the city of Romulus, you allowed an unlicensed driver to drive?
Y es verdad que el día 4 de febrero del 2022, en la ciudad de Romulus, usted le permitió a una persona que no tenía licencia de conducción manejar el vehículo.
Sí.
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Gillis.
Satisfied.
Entonces, ¿esto es lo que usted está presentando? Sí, señora Gilles. Esto está bien.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley.
Satisfied.
¿Y está satisfecho el señor Nolly? Sí, yo estoy satisfecho.
Court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, will assess fines and costs of $495.
Bueno, entonces la corte acepta su cargo de culpabilidad y le va a poner una multa de $495.
Sí,
You
está
need
bien.
more than 5 days to
Yes.
pay that amount, sir.
¿Usted necesita más de 5 días para pagar esta suma?
Sí.
Yes.
You'll need to contact the court to set a payment plan.
Usted necesita entonces contactar a la corte para poder tener un plan de pago.
Ok.
Ok.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
¿Algo
Nothing,
más,
Your
señora
Honor. Thank
Gilles?
you.
No, nada más, gracias.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
¿Algo más, señor Nolly?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Nada más,
Thank you. That
gracias.
concludes this matter.
Bueno, entonces esto concluye este asunto.
Ok.
Ok,
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
gracias, que tenga un buen día, señor.
Gracias. Igual.
Ok, same to you.
Mr. Nunley, would you go on with Mr. Mitchell, please? Thank you, Ms. Yilcross.
You're very welcome, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too. Ms. Richards, are we ready on Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 220254FY, State of Michigan versus Ashley Brooks.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Nancy Richards, appearing on behalf of Ms. Brooks, who is present via Zoom. Ms. Brooks, could you turn on your camera, state your name?
Hold on one moment.
No.
That's far away. The video. You got me? Ashley Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I've received the paper discovery. There is reference to a surveillance video in that paper discovery. I've not received that video at this time. Ms. Gillis, do you have that available?
I don't have that video. It says actual video because sometimes people think when they say they did surveillance, it has nothing to do with the video. But they
No,
say
it says it's actual video. It says that it's on a USB provided by the Amazon employee.
Oh, this is an Amazon case? Oh, yeah, the Amazon has massive cameras. I'll have Brian Perkins upload it for you.
Thank you. Your Honor, I would ask for another probable cause conference so that I can get that before we proceed.
Marianne, is there space on May 4th?
Yes, at 10:15.
That would be fine. Thank you.
May 4th at 10:15 in courtroom number 2 with Judge Oakley. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Brooks?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Brooks, thank you for your patience this morning. May 4th with Judge Oakley, 10:15. Have a good day, ma'am.
You as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. This is 220230FY. This is State of Michigan versus Brandon Kolk.
Is that mine? Jane Gillis on behalf of the people?
Good morning, Your Honor.
That's
Neighbor-
Ms. Fortier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Ms. Gillis. I'm sorry, ignore me. That is you, Ms. Gillis. Sorry.
Okay. Hope?
KOLC.
Oh, Coke.
Ms. Kirkland.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Koch, P84015. Mr. Koch, can you unmute yourself and state your name, please?
I'm sorry, I already thought I was unmuted. My name is Brandon Colt. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Today is the day and time set for the PCC. Ms. Kirkland, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at the time I have received all discovery, so we just request an exam.
Live exam on
June 8th at 1 o'clock.
Is that, can I ask something? Is that a defendant number 1 or 2 on a case?
I don't believe this is a multiple defendant case.
Okay. Just not seeing it filed, that's all.
Well, Miss Gillis, that's why I had some confusion. There's a stip in the file that is signed by Sona Mosesian. That's why I thought it was Ms. Fortier's. I'm not sure.
See, it's a domestic violence and I don't have a file, and I told you I have a problem with my docket today. So.
Sorry.
Is it actually yours, Ms. Fortier?
We're talking about
KOLC.
Yes, that is, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to leave for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Then let's revisit this. Ms. Kirkland, we don't typically do our DV cases on our regular exam docket because we have so few exam dates. Mary Ann, what was that date? May 23rd?
Let me double check here.
May 25th. I'm sorry, ladies, give me 1 second. May 23rd was the date.
That works for me. What time that day?
10 o'clock.
So 5:23 at 10 a.m. Okay.
5:23 at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank you.
And courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Kirkland?
No, not in this matter. I do have 3 others.
Thank you.
I
Mr.
have
Cook,
a
can you have your
question.
hand up for a second?
Yes, ma'am. Is that no contact order switched to a non-assaultive clause for Trista Elizabeth Jutras? Like it was supposed to get fixed
It
up on
was
the bond?
modified. It was modified to no assaultive previously.
Thank you so much. That's all the questions I have. You have a wonderful day, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll see you on May 23rd, sir. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Thank you.
Your Honor, I just want to let you know that Christopher Travis, I'm here.
And Judge, I do also have I'm going to butcher this name, Shantanique Parks.
Shantanique.
Thank you, Shantanique Parks. And Your Honor, I do have 3 other cases as well. One that was set for 9.
I have, Ms. Kirkland, I have all of your cases pulled and I was about to call your next one.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Travis, we see you. I'm trying to get to you, sir. Let's get through these other cases.
Your Honor, I would just, on Mr. Travis, I just need a breakout room with Ms. Gillis.
Let me get these cases done with her, sir. This is 220122 FY. This is State of Michigan versus David Franklin. Ms. Kirkland, you said you were ready on Franklin. Is he here?
Mr. Franklin is not here. I was going to request that this court waive his presence, and I do have an explanation as to why.
One moment. Mr. Nelly, were we ready on Mitchell?
We are ready, Your Honor.
Ms. Kirkland, sit tight. This was an earlier scheduled case. This was a recall of Ricky Mitchell. Appearance, please.
Royce Nelly appearing on behalf of the defendant. For purposes of the arraignment, we waive the formal reading and ask court to plead not guilty. For purposes of the pretrial, we would just ask for an adjournment so that Mr. Mitchell can clear up some licensing issues that he has going on.
How long does he need to figure those things out, sir?
Mr. Mitchell, how long would you like? Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, sir.
How long would you like to clear up the licensing issues? How long do you need?
Can I get I need like 45 to 60 days because I just started back working and I've been trying to pay off other tickets, so my funds is kind of spread it all over the place right now.
So how long do you need?
Can I get to July? That's possible.
She's looking at the calendar. Hold on one second. That seems quite far out. Let's try 30 days.
I mean, can I at least get 45? I mean, it's like I got other tickets that I gotta pay, car note, rent. So it's like I'm trying to find a balance where I won't prolong it.
I hear you, Mr. Mitchell, but what I find is that when people have longer periods of time, they take longer to get the things done. And if we put it over for a month, you'll have some progress, and maybe that'll help with the offer that you received from the prosecutor. So 30 days out, Mary Ann, or our next criminal docket, I'll say it that way.
May 18th at 8:45 with Judge Green.
Our next criminal docket,
Yours?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes.
yours, okay.
Please. Mr. Mitchell, this might work out for you.
It's not. I can show one now.
Okay, great.
June 1st.
June 1st at what time?
At 9 o'clock.
Mr. Mitchell, June 1st at 9 o'clock back here with me in number 1.
Okay.
And please be advised, sir, that you have other outstanding matters with this court totaling $850. You might want to contact the court as soon as possible to start making arrangements on those, okay?
That's what I was trying to explain to you. Like, if I gotta pay I already gotta pay 850. I don't even know how much this even about to hit me for. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I'm trying to, you know what? Don't even matter. Just okay. I'm fine with it. I agree. I just want to go to sleep right now. I've been up too long. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Have a good day, sir. Corporal Armstrong,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you for your patience this morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too. This is 220122FY, State of Michigan versus David Gary Franklin. Ms. Kirkland, I cut you off earlier. You were starting to say you have an explanation for his non-appearance today.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Franklin and I have been in constant communication. Recently, he had issues paying his phone bill. I did speak with him. Well, he left me a message yesterday knowing that that's why more recently I hadn't been able to get into contact with him, and he asked me to reach him back on that friend's phone. By the time I called it, he was no longer on that phone. So right now he does not have the Zoom link, nor does he have a phone to get on Zoom. But he does know about this case. He's eager to get this case handled, and if he could be here, I'm sure he would be here. So I just ask for an adjourned PCC date, one, to give him time to appear, but also to give time for me to receive digital discovery.
Mr. Franklin actually needs to be arraigned in this matter, ma'am. Does he have transportation?
I'm not sure if he has transportation. I can ask him. I know he does work, so I'm sure he can find some type of way. NDS does have resources to get him transportation as well, if he does not.
Your Honor, my file indicates this is the second time he hasn't been here, and a guy with, numerous prior records should know the importance of coming to court. I don't really, whether you have a phone or not, you always show up.
So at the last hearing, he did not know about. I had not made contact with him at that last hearing. I asked for an adjourned date to give time for me to make contact. I made contact, and we have been in communication for these past 2 weeks.
You've been in contact with him for the last 2 weeks, but he doesn't have a phone, but he goes to work, and he could not make he could not find a way to contact the court either by Zoom or come and use our Zoom room or physically present himself to the court?
Your Honor, he called me yesterday letting me know, he called me yesterday letting me know that he was not able to pay his phone bill, which is why his phone is not working. I was not able, when I called back, the phone that he called me on, he was no longer there, so we could not have that conversation for me to give him options to Zoom in. Nor was I able to.
What time do we have available next week? I'm sorry, Ms. Kirkland.
Okay.
At 9:45.
Ms. Kirkland, this matter has been outstanding since September 24, 2021. What this court will do is adjourn this matter for 1 week, 4/27/2022 at 9:45 a.m.
Thank
Back
you.
here with me. If you're able to get in touch with Mr. Franklin, please advise him that if he does not have a phone, then he should present himself to the court some other kind of way. We have a Zoom room available downstairs for him, just so that he may be arraigned and we may get this case moving forward. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Franklin and Ms. Kirkland, in this matter?
Nothing else. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is 220144 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Dakari Nunn.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Defender Service by Kashava Kirkland on behalf of Mr. Nunn, P84015.
Dakari Nunn. This
Yes.
matter was scheduled at 10:15. Mr. Nunn, I'm sorry, I heard you.
No, I thought you were calling me. I apologize.
I was calling Dakari Nunn.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. State your name for me, please, sir.
Dakari Nunn.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning, Ms. Kirkland?
Your Honor, at this time, I still do not have digital discovery. I think this is our third PCC date, and this will be my third time requesting it. So I'm just asking that the court give a deadline or a date that digital discovery has to be sent over to me so we can get this case moving forward.
You know what, Your Honor, I can check right now, and I could also would like to talk to her about an offer in a breakout room. I've asked the OIC at least 3 times, my notes indicate, for video, so that's all I can do. But I do would like to talk to you, Ms. Kirkland.
Let's put this matter over for 2 weeks. If that digital discovery has not been presented, then you can address the matter with Judge Oakley. Mary Ann, what time does he have available on the 4th?
10:30.
March 4, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. in courtroom number 2 with Judge Oakley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Nunn?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Nunn, you're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is 220145 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Ronnie Charles Ray.
Ronnie Ray.
I'm not sure who the prosecutor is on this case.
Ms. Gillis.
I think this is a ticket, right?
It's controlled substance, second or subsequent offense notice. Plead 4th degree. So FY.
Oh, I apologize. I found it was sitting right in front of me. Thank you.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC. Ms. Kirkland, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I was sent a discovery package and it had digital discovery in there, but no paper discovery. So I'm just requesting paper discovery. And we like.
Oh. Wait. You have no paper?
Yeah, it's just videos and what was sent to me.
Oh, it's uploaded. Usually your office downloads all the paper before we even get to court. Yeah, it says it was sent to your office. That's what I'm saying.
So Your Honor, if possible, I just ask that paper discovery be sent to me and that we set this for exam.
Although you don't have paper discovery, you're asking for exam in this matter?
Well, Ms. Gillis, when can you get me paper discovery? It doesn't sound like it's going to be hard to get paper discovery. It sounds like she has it.
Yeah, our records indicate it was sent. So sometimes it gets sent to the general NDS if we don't know who it is. So it might have been sent.
Yeah, so I did check and whatever was sent to the general NDS was uploaded. I'm just saying what was sent was video. I wasn't sent any paper.
Okay. That's not a problem, Judge. That can happen today.
I'm happy to schedule it for exam. The issue is that I only have 6 exam days twice every 6 weeks. And I don't want to schedule an exam and on the day before the exam, you say you need an adjournment because discovery is incomplete. So I'm happy to set it this morning, but if it's set, it's set, okay?
Can we get a 1 week adjournment then?
Mary Ann?
I'll have it today. I mean, I can see it. If you want me to, if you give me 5 minutes, I can send it to her. I just have to get off the Zoom.
Ms. Kirkland, if you want to sit tight 1 second, we have enough other stuff for you to confirm receipt of the discovery and we'll set your exam date.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ray, sit tight for a moment longer. This is 20D765001 SM State of Michigan versus Christopher Travis.
Ready, Your Honor. For the record, Your Honor, Jeffrey Bodick appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Travis. Your Honor, could I have a minute with Ms. Gillis, please? Hang in there for a second, Travis.
Okay.
You all have the ability to move yourselves. Please go into a breakout room. Thank you. Ms. Marable and Mr. Dabowski, I see you. Give me 1 moment. I'm getting to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let this hold over.
This is 220263FY State of Michigan versus Parks.
Good morning to the Honorable Court, Carla Marable on behalf of Ms. Parks. Ms. Parks, can you please state your name for the record?
Shantanique Park.
Good morning, Your Honor. Darian Fortier on behalf of the people, P83359.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. Ms. Marable, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I have got paper discovery. I don't even know if there's any digital discovery, but if there is, I did not get that. But this will go to preliminary exam, so I'm just asking for it to be set for preliminary exam.
Ms. Fortier, how many witnesses do you anticipate?
Maybe 2, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Marable, you've heard me say that we have limited exam dates. Without the digital discovery, do you still wish this court to set the live exam?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
5/23/2022 at 11 o'clock a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Live here in courtroom number 1.
May 23rd, I will see you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
Yes, Judge, I would note that this digital discovery was sent. It appears on, it was sent on April 14th to crmarable@yahoo.com. Is that the correct email?
That is the correct email.
Okay, and then it indicates that on April 20th, it was downloaded via the link sent to that email.
Okay, well, maybe I overlooked it, but I will see you on May 23rd.
Judge, the time on that again?
11 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Are we ready on Travis?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is going to be a dismissal.
That's correct.
Matters dismissed. Mr. Travis, have a wonderful day.
Okay, I will get my bond money back. How? You have a $500 bond.
Your bond, yes, sir. I see your bond receipt stapled here. Bond will be returned less any fees due to the court.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Officer Young. Is it possible I can get a breakout room with?
Oh, wait. I didn't know Officer Young was here. That's a problem. I didn't see Officer Young when we were back in the breakout room. I didn't see her on my screen.
Want to spend a minute with the officer? Stay with us now, Mr. Travis.
I mean, she can reissue. I mean, if the judge won't let.
Here's the problem. I have an 11 o'clock trial and I still have some 9:45 and 10 o'clock stuff sitting here. So I'm not adverse to you talking to Officer Young. I just need to get Ms. Kirkland and Ms. Young and Mr. Dabalski on their way. So
Okay.
if Officer Young can wait one moment for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the recall of 220145 FY. Ms. Kirkland, the paper discovery has been sent in the matter of Ronnie Ray.
Yes, sure. I have received it. I've received an evidence.com link.
You were looking for a live exam date?
Yes, Your Honor.
June 8th at 1 o'clock.
June 8th at 1 p.m.
That works for me. Thank you.
Mr. Ray, June 8th at 1 p.m. here in courtroom number 1. You have an outstanding matter. You owe the court $804 on a case from 2016, Mr. Ray. You can call the court's collection department or you can go online. There's a drop down on the court's website to contact us to reset your payment plan in that matter, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything
Quite.
else in this matter, Ms. Kirkland?
I
What
don't
I
think so. Mr. Ray, nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ray, have a good day, sir.
Okay.
This is 220191 FY. This is State of Michigan versus Raynard Moncrief.
Ready.
Mr. Moncrief. Ms. Young.
Your Honor, I have not been able to reach him. I'm sorry that he's not here today. I don't know. The information on the order of appointment wasn't good, and I just haven't been able to find him.
I'd ask a KPS be issued. He hasn't showed before, so.
This matter was scheduled at 9:45 a.m. It is now 11:15 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Underlying offenses being controlled substance, second or subsequent offense notice, operating while intoxicated or impaired or under the influence of a controlled substance, second offense. This court will issue bench warrant. $5,000, 10%. This is 220178 FY, State of Michigan versus Mokhtar Mohammed.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Neighborhood Defender Service by Elizabeth Young on behalf of Mr. Muhammad, who is present on Zoom.
Mr. Mohammed, please state your
Yes,
name for the
Makar
record. sir.
Muhammad.
Today's the day and time set for the adjourned PCC. How are you proceeding, Ms. Young?
Your Honor, I thought that I had received all of the discovery, but I just heard Ms. Gillis state that she has a flash drive. So if that's the case, I would ask for an adjourned PCC, if possible, on the same date that Mr. Delaney is to come back, which was May 25th.
Are you here, or can you come by my building to pick up that USB drive?
I'm in Frank Murphy right now.
Are you in Frank Murphy Friday?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm unavailable on Friday.
I mean, you have to find a date and time to meet me in Redford, Romulus, or Frank Murphy. I'm just carrying it around with me.
Okay. I work in downtown Detroit. So if you want to email me and we could figure out a time to meet around here, that would work.
Yeah.
May
Okay.
25th at
Can we set this up for trial?
8:45, Judge.
May 25th?
8:45 and number 3 with Judge Green.
Number
For
two. Number two.
PCC,
Number 2,
correct?
sorry. PCC, May 25th, 8:45.
You were right.
Judge Oakley.
I'm sorry. You're right. It's Judge Green. I'm sorry.
May 25th, 8:45 a.m. in number 3 with Judge Green. I made a notation that the flash drive is outstanding. Ms. Young and Ms. Gillis will work to get that exchanged. This is 220748 FY. This is the state of Michigan versus Alante McDonald.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Elizabeth Young with the Neighborhood Defender Service on behalf of Alante McDonald. He is in the Michigan Department of Corrections. And I would ask for him to be here, but my understanding is that this case is supposed to be dismissed today.
No digital operator. Oh, I see.
Ms. Gillis, you wrote me an email about this case and told me to remind you that the evidence had been destroyed.
Yes, this case will be dismissed, Your Honor.
Thank you. Matter will be dismissed. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Young?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Young, before you go, I want to apologize to you for being a little snarky to you earlier. It is not my practice. It is not my usual temperament.
Your Honor, thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot. I know that that's the case. It's always a pleasure practicing in front of you. No hard feelings whatsoever.
Thank you, ma'am. I hate to see you go, but good luck on whatever your next adventure is.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
What date do you leave?
May 6th.
Oh, okay. We'll try to get that USB to you.
Thank you.
I have no idea. This is 220207 FY, State of Michigan versus Yetta Prado.
Morning, Your Honor. Myself and Ms. Prado's present.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ma'am, state your name for the record, please.
Yetta Marie Prado.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding, Mr. Whitey?
Your Honor, we're going to proceed by scheduling a preliminary examination in person.
Live exam date will be. While she's looking for that date, sir, is discovery complete in this matter?
Yeah, yes, it is, Your Honor. We have it all.
Judge, did you say live exam? I'm sorry.
Live exam, yes, ma'am, for Ms. Prado.
June 8th at 1:30.
Okay, June 8th at 1:30. I have it.
June 8th, 2022 at 1:30 in courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, but you know what? There's a Mark Brown who's also on this case, and we should make sure that it coordinates. And he keeps texting me. He's busy and saying he's coming on, and you know, I'm gonna text him back. Get on right now. I'm sorry, Mr. Whitty, you had to wait so long.
That's okay.
I just kind of figured that out.
Mr. Dabowski, who is your client?
Your Honor, my client is Jeremy.
Napier at 9:45. Good grief. Is he here?
Yes.
Mr. Napier. This is 220199 FY, State of Michigan versus Jeremy Napier.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, on behalf of Jeremy Napier, he consents to today's PCC via Zoom. Is that correct, Mr. Napier? Mr. Napier? Your Honor, he was here. Can we waive his presence and set up for an exam? Ms. Gillis and I talked about this. We expect it to be resolved, but if possible, Your Honor, you set it sooner than later.
You expect it to be resolved, but you want me to schedule it for an exam?
Yes, Your Honor.
Marianne, what time is the first one on June 1st?
The first one is at 1:30. Or I'm sorry, it's at 12 o'clock. We have a bench trial at 12 o'clock. And then we have our first exam is at 1:30.
Wait, 12 o'clock, what's at 12:30, or is the bench trial scheduled for an hour?
No, it just starts at 12 o'clock.
June 1st at 12:30, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And number one, and you said discovery is complete?
For exam purposes, yes.
June 1st at 12:30, live here in courtroom number one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Mr. Kearney, what are you here for?
Smith. I think Ori Smith.
Ori Smith. Oh my goodness.
This is the one we're having difficulty getting Allegheny Jail to be cooperative. I have an offer for him for a misdemeanor.
Any luck with Mr. Brown?
Yes, he said I'm pulling off the freeway right now.
Stewart. Marianne, jeez Louise. Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Good morning, Your Honor.
This is 220206 FY, State of Michigan versus James Stewart.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
I'm sorry, may it please the court, my P number, this is Mark Brown, my P number is 39562, appearing on behalf of Mr. Stewart, who I believe is in the Zoom already.
He is, sir. I'm trying to get him out. He's in number 11 if somebody wants to bring him out.
Yep, I did
Today is
it.
the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. Mr. Brown, how are we proceeding?
We're demanding an exam, Your Honor, in person.
And this is the one that we're traveling with Prado?
Correct.
We're looking at a date of June the 8th at 1:30 p.m., Mr. Brown.
May I have just a moment, please?
Absolutely.
June the 8th at 1:30 seems to be fine, Judge.
Mr. Stewart is still not out. June 8th at 1:30 p.m. here in number 1. And you're showing discovery is complete, Mr. Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
There is no
Thank you,
digital.
sir.
So I checked with the OIC.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis.
Hi, Dennis.
Mr. Brown, I'm not sure why Mr. Stewart's not coming out, but when he comes out, somebody will let him know. And if you would please communicate to him that June 8th date, the court would be most appreciative. Thank you, sir. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Whitey?
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Brown?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, sir. Have a good day.
Good to see you. Take care.
Good to see you. Ms. Gillis, do you want to go in with Officer Young?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that confusion. I really thought she wasn't here. Thought you
Okay,
had
no
told me.
worries. If that's the worst thing that's happened today, we've had a good day. Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stewart? Uh-oh. Oh, no, no, no.
No.
Yes, because people, stop moving these people, please.
Go ahead and mute your
Mr. Curry, Mr. Ories is here.
Yes, I'm here.
Mute your phone unless you're talking, Mr. Smith. Thank you, Judge. I think you're muted, Judge, if you're trying to talk to me.
Judge, do you still need me to stick
It's
around?
like I'm in this episode of Monk.
Misdemeanors.
Yes.
Someone's got to tell Officer Young to go to the breakout room.
Wait, honey, I'm sorry. They're not coming. The 11:30 is not coming. We just want the 11 o'clock. 11:30 lady. It just happened this morning.
Okay.
Mr. Kearney, did you need to speak to Mr. Ories?
No, Judge.
Two 10754 F. Why? Ms. Gillis is in a breakout room. Wait a minute, we had a special prosecutor on this, Michael Kasiak. Gillis.
I think he was just covering one day here in Romulus. I don't think he was
so. Thank you,
special.
sir.
Yeah, he typically is the Taylor prosecutor.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This is Christopher Travis again. Am I all set?
I'm not sure, Mr. Travis. Ms. Gillis, this is 210754 FY. This is state of Michigan versus Ori Smith.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Blaze Kearney from the Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit, P83960 on behalf of Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, can you unmute and state your name, please?
This is Ori Smith.
Thank you. Mr. Kearney, how are we proceeding this morning?
Thank you, Judge. This case has a long history. Mr. Smith was incarcerated in the Allegheny County Jail for a period of time. He has since been released and his case has been dismissed. At this juncture, the last time we were here with Mr. Kazak, there was an adjournment of the probable cause conference to see if the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office wanted to go forward with this case. And now we're in a place where if they make that decision, we'll just be asking for an exam.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kearney,
Yes,
you said we're in the place where what?
where if they are not dismissing the case, we'll be asking for an exam.
Ms. Gillis. You're muted, ma'am.
Misdemeanor use.
We wish he could, Mr. Smith just isn't in a place where he can accept a misdemeanor offer now,
Okay.
given a pending case he has.
It's not that old of a case. It's 2021, and Officer Scott Millisor is a current airport officer. So, I mean, then we're going to have to somehow, I guess, do it by Zoom because we won't want to writ him all the way here. But
A writ wouldn't be necessary. He's released, but he would prefer a Zoom exam so he doesn't have to travel to Michigan for the preliminary exam.
we can do that. We can give him an exam instead of a misdemeanor.
Exam date of, Mary Ann, the end of the docket on the 1st. Do we have time?
I'm not going to be available May 1st, Judge.
The 8th?
May
This is June, sir.
Oh, June. June 8th will. Yeah, why not?
She's saying June 1st, Blaze, or June 8th?
June
I said June 1st. Mr. Blaze Kearney said something else. What do you
But
want?
Judge, you're booked on June 1st.
I'm
June
also not
8th?
available on June 1st. I'm available on June 8th.
What's the last thing we have scheduled on June 8th, Mary Ann?
The last thing you have is a 1:30, the double 1:30, and then you have a 2 and a 2:30 open.
Can we do a 2:30 Zoom? Ms. Gillis, I'm asking out loud to you.
Oh, yeah, that's, I mean, that's fine. I might have my officer Zoom if that's okay too, since we're all Zooming.
I would request that I'm going to come in person, so I request it to be in person as well.
I'm sorry, I'm getting some background noise, Mr. Kearney, not from you,
Yeah.
from someone else. You will request what, sir?
So the video and audio conferencing rule 6.006, there's two separate ones. The having the officer zoom in is a statutory piece, and then a defendant asserting his right to be present is a whole separate right. So we would ask that he not be there, but I think the value in having in-person cross-examination is beneficial. So I would request that I come in person and Mr. Smith participate by Zoom, like we did for Mr. Williams when he was in the MDOC.
Mr. Smith by Zoom, you in person, Ms. Gillis in person, and the officer in person.
Correct.
Okay. June 8th, 2022 at 2:30 p.m. Mr. Smith to appear by Zoom, all others to appear in person. Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kearney. Mr. Smith, I will see you by Zoom on June the 8th, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, you too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, but he's on the phone right now. You're gonna make sure he's on Zoom, correct?
Yes, I'll be on Zoom.
He's on by Zoom.
He's my iPhone. Well, we can't see him right now.
That's because I'm my camera's off.
Okay, we need the camera on.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge. We'll see you then.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McDonald,
Miss Young,
Yes,
I think,
ma'am.
has an in-person matter. Was that Miss Young's case?
was what Ms. Young's case?
Alante McDonald.
It was, and I thought we called it. Hold on one second. Somebody took the file. Hold on, Mr. Kearney. Marianne, we did call this case 2000748 FY State of Michigan versus Alante McDonald. Ms. Young was present. And Ms. Young is coming back in. Somebody pulled the file already. Would you get it back to me, please? Thank you.
Ms. Young has a in-person matter.
This case has been dismissed. Alante McDonald has been dismissed.
So that's good news. For him.
That's great news.
Okay. So,
Okay,
so
Mr.
I'm good to
McDonald?
go? Yes,
As far as
ma'am.
I'm concerned, yes, sir.
So the case dismissed?
That's correct,
It is,
Mr.
sir.
McDonald.
All right.
Anything else, Mr. McDonald?
When can I go home?
That's going to be between you and the MDOC, Mr. McDonald. If there's a pending parole warrant relating to this offense, then you can resolve that with them now.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
You too, sir. Thank you. Mr. Wallace.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I'm here on Matthew Meadows. I was sitting in the wrong Zoom waiting room, and then I read the actual paper notice and realized I was, and they ended the meeting. So I found out the hard way I was in the wrong room.
Whose room were you in?
I was in Judge Oakley's, because I believe that's where it was last time.
We keep changing things up to keep you attorneys on your toes, Mr. Wallace. Is Mr. Meadows with you?
No, he's not. Did he didn't check in? Yeah.
I have not seen him, but we've had a pretty busy morning.
I have not been in touch with him. I don't have a good number for him. So I don't even know if he knew that there was court today. Because it was, we were supposed to have a PCC a few weeks ago.
Well, Mr. Wallace, Ms. Gillis is in a breakout room, and this is in fact the second time that the matter has been set. Judge Oakley's notes from March 30th indicate that you had no contact with him, so they were adjourning the PCC. So I'm not sure what Ms. Gillis would want to do about your client's failure to appear again this morning. So sit tight for 1 second.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh. This is 22L552148 A, B, and C. This is Wayne County Sheriff versus Eric Johnson. The matter was scheduled for arraignment pre-trial at 9 o'clock. It's now 11:40 a.m. by this court's clock. It's 11:40 by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear this morning. The underlying offenses are speeding.
No,
approval
I'm
of
here.
Insurance and driving while license suspended. The matter will be set for show cause.
He's here, Judge.
Oh,
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Johnson, were you looking for the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning, or were you looking to proceed on your own?
I could proceed on my own.
Mr. Johnson, it's alleged that on March the 25th, 2022, Looking for a copy of the ticket. Wayne County Sheriff's found you in the city of Romulus to be driving while your license was suspended. This is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, fines of up to $500 plus court costs. On that same day, you were also speeding 105 over the posted limit. That fines and costs in this matter are typically $130. On that same day, you were found to have no proof of insurance on your person. This is a civil infraction with fines and costs typically of $220. For purposes of the arraignment, sir, how did you wish to proceed?
I'm guilty.
I'm sorry?
Guilty.
Guilty. Mr. Johnson, you understand if the court accepts your plea of guilty, you could be sentenced to a period of jail of up to 93 days,
Yes.
and you still wish to do so? Plead guilty, that is.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson, have you since resolved your license issue?
I have not, because I wasn't aware that my license was suspended.
Mr. Johnson, turn your video on, please, sir.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson, is it true that on March the 25th, 2022, in the city of Romulus, Wayne County Sheriff's found you operating a vehicle while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, but I just, again, I wasn't aware because my license, I paid off all of my tickets, but yes.
When did you pay off all of the tickets, sir?
It was sometime last year. I want to say, about June, maybe May of last year. I paid off all of my tickets.
Ms. Gillis,
I did.
Do you have any? I'm Mr. Johnson, hold on for 1 second. Ms.
Okay.
Gillis, do you have any insight into the matter of Eric Johnson?
Is it yours, Corporal Cadez?
Yes, ma'am.
He would have more insight than me. You could look it up.
Yeah, Your Honor, according to the Secretary of State on March 25th, he license was suspended. I did offer no operator's license, and we did also ask that or offer limited access instead of the speed if Mr. Johnson did want to accept those.
Mr. Johnson, let me ask it a different way. Is it true that on March the 25th, 2022, in the city of Romulus, Wayne County Sheriff found you to have no operator's license on your person?
Yes.
And sir, on that same March the 25th, 2022 interaction with Wayne County Sheriff's, were you speeding 105 over the posted speed limit?
Yes.
And on that day, March 25th, 2022, in the city of Romulus, did the Wayne County Sheriff's Department find you to have no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Sir, as for the no operator's license on your person, the court will assess a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's crime victims fee of $75. There's state cost of $50 and fund fee of $20. That's $345. On the speeding, there's $70 fine, $40 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee. That's $130. On the no proof of insurance, the fine is $160, the state costs are $40, and the fund fee is $20. It's $220. That's a total of $695. So are you able to pay that amount within the next 5 days?
No.
Can you pay $100 within the next 5 days?
Yes.
Sir, if you pay $100 on or before April the 27th, 2022, your payment plan will be $100 per month. They can roll all 3 of these into a singular payment plan, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, we're all set, sir. Thank you for your patience this morning. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Quick question. So, regarding my license, getting in touch with Secretary of State is pretty hard. So, is there anything you guys can tell me? Because again, I was under the impression that, I have my license.
Mr. Johnson, I can tell you that you still owe the court $40 on a failure to display from, it was a 2020 case. So even if you pay, fines and costs on some other tickets, if you haven't paid your clearance fees, that might be an issue that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Have
Back
a good
on
day, Your Honor.
Travis. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patience this morning.
Travis is still a dismissal, Your Honor.
It's still a dismissal?
Well, unless you're willing to withdraw my dismissal, I didn't realize that Officer Young was on. If you are not willing to do it, she'll just reissue the ticket.
Outage.
At the light, turn right onto Maybe Road.
You're all right. I don't have any thoughts one way or another, Your Honor. If you know what, if can we adjourn this, Your Honor?
That would be
The
great.
office doesn't have to do a bunch of paperwork and we could talk.
Okay, let's give Miss Officer Young the date.
Adjourn date for the final pretrial?
April 27th at 10:15.
Okay, I am so sorry, Officer Young and Mr. Bowditch.
That's all right.
Client, at 10:15, we'll all go into a breakout room and we'll discuss. And Officer Young, send me a text as soon as you get on. Okay, I apologize.
Yes, ma'am, no problem.
You understand, Travis, Mr. Travis?
No, I'm not understanding what's going on.
Well, we're going to be, we're adjourning this till April 27th. We're going to take one more stab at trying to finalize this.
Okay.
April 27th, 10:15. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Mr. Wallace, any luck in finding your client?
No, Your Honor.
This is 2202008FY. Ms. Gillis, this is State of Michigan versus Matthew Meadows. Mr. Wallace is here. This was a 1030 case. You're muted, ma'am.
Meadows.
Yes.
Is there a co-defendant?
I think there's 2 co-defendants.
Okay, that explains why I can't. Do you know what the other names on the
There's
co-defendant?
Prado and Stewart. Oh, we said.
Oh, we set
Stewart
those
and
exams. Right.
But here's the problem. I can't set for an exam. Mr. Meadows has never been arraigned.
He hasn't even been arraigned. Oh, they released him on at the location, I believe.
Mr. Wallace, I did not realize that he was traveling, that case was connected some way. That there's exam dates with the other 2 defendants on June the 8th at 1:30. I cannot set the arraignment. I cannot set the exam for him where he hasn't been arraigned as of yet. But this is. He has failed to appear now. He's supposed to be here on March the 30th, failed to appear. Ms. Gillis, how do you wish to proceed?
Oh, I just hate doing exams twice. I guess we're gonna have to. Unless we want to call Mr. Brown and Mr. Whitty up and have them all adjourn. It's a pretty big case too.
I don't think it's that big. It's just a lot. There's a lot of defendants. What was the date? June 8th?
June 8th at 1:30, but Mr. Wallace, your client has not been arraigned.
Oh, right.
I think that makes it difficult to schedule an exam, and you failed to appear for court twice now. So I don't know, Ms. Gillis, what you want to do with that information.
We can do a PCC tomorrow, Mr. Walsh. You can call me and we'll get all your discovery to you, and then we'll put them on the exam too. We'll set a PCC and exam at the same time.
I have the discovery. I have all paper discovery. I don't have a good number for Mr. Meadows is the problem. So
Where is he?
Have you sent him a letter since the March 30th?
I have not, Your Honor.
He didn't appear?
I have not. I can and I will attempt to send one to the address that's in the information, or that's in the investigator's report.
Mary Ann, is there any space next week?
10:30.
Okay, is there a
Wallace? I'm sorry.
Is he here now, Meadows? No.
No, he's not.
Can you get him here?
Mr. Wallace, the court is going to adjourn this matter to next Wednesday, 4/27/2022 at 10:30 a.m. He can come by Zoom to courtroom number 1. If you have not arranged with your client to present himself to be arraigned, the court will be inclined to issue a bench warrant in this matter based on his failure to appear repeatedly.
Yes, Judge. I will.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing.
Thank you.
I'll try to send him a letter, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Your Honor, may I be
I see
excused?
the 12. Absolutely, Mr. Bowditch. Thank you for your assistance and patience this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I see our 12 o'clock case, but I haven't done the 11 o'clock trial yet. What happened, Mr. Batty and Mr. Mohammed? This is 2S4016370 ST. This is State of Michigan versus Bashir Mohammed.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the defendant. I mean, on behalf of the people. I'm really tired today.
Attorney Danny Batty appearing on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Mohammed, P84624, Judge.
Is there an Officer
Mohammed,
Brown?
unmute yourself and state your name.
This is Bashir. I'm over here.
Thank you. Alexis Brown. That's the officer that issued the citation out of Michigan State Police Metro South. How are we proceeding this afternoon?
Judge, defense is ready to proceed. If prosecutor is unable to proceed, we would ask for a motion to dismiss the matter.
Well, it looks like Alexis Brown is not here. I send a notice out every Friday to the Post and to the DNR and to the Sheriff's Department. If the sheriffs have shown up today and the DNR has shown up, that means the Post got the notice too. So I can't proceed.
This matter having been scheduled at 11 o'clock, it now being 11:55 by the court's clock. Prosecution unable to proceed, sir, your motion.
Yeah, the defense would make a motion to dismiss.
Defense motion is granted. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Anything else, Mr. Batty?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mohammed, we're all set, sir. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have one other real quick, 21 HR 12429 SI. This is State of Michigan versus Rysmametov, Rysmametov. I don't see anyone by that name. Have not seen anyone by that name this morning. The matter was scheduled for a formal hearing at 11 a.m. Defendant having failed to appear, the court will find the matter to be in default. Thank you. This is the Kamisha Foster matter. Do you need to speak to your client, ma'am?
If I could briefly, Judge.
Thank you. Mary Ann,
Yes, Judge.
would you take this off of YouTube, please?
Yes.